I was just looking at the Superman showtimes. So I thought it came out on Friday.
I think it comes out Thursday. Yeah, most movies come out Thursdays
which means
now.
there's probably a sneak preview somewhere tonight.
Well, there were sneak previews yesterday. Amazon had a thing that if you were an Amazon Prime member, you could buy a ticket to a Wednesday screening.
How do I get into the Wednesday screening? I want to go to the Wednesday screening.
There's
got to be somebody.
Today is
very
Wednesday.
famous.
Yeah, I don't know.
Today is Wednesday. You're an Amazon Prime member.
I am. I'm double Amazon Prime member in this house.
How does that work?
My wife has one and I have one.
Why?
Because I have a business account.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we have double Amazon Prime action happening.
Let them know. Hey, Jeff, I'm double Amazon.
Yeah.
Get me in. Let me
Come on,
see the
Jeff.
Superman.
I'm all alone. I got nothing to do.
Yeah, Superman early screens are available for Prime members. You can catch the film 3 days before its worldwide release.
So I could have gone yesterday.
Yeah, anybody can go if you've got Prime.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday I have a day yesterday. I had to go. I had a meeting after the show. I had to drive to Tampa, and then I came home, and I was like, I'm just gonna watch TV for a little while. Went to sleep. Woke up at 10 o'clock. And I was like, my son came in my bedroom and he was like, hey, I go, hey, what time? What world are we in? I don't even know what happened. Can I ask you a question? I get inundated with stuff on Instagram, which I don't know any of it to be true or not. So I can't, and I have no way of challenging it, but I'm starting to believe everything. How are we not digging up the pyramids? If Joe Rogan told us that there's all the tubes underneath the pyramid, Joe Rogan obviously knows everything. And there's all those things, they have all this information about them. How are we not just digging underneath it right now and trying to figure out what's going on?
Yeah,
I mean, it changes the entire way that we've thought for our whole lives. It changes everything, and there could be so many answers and keys to our past and our history, and all we need to do is some digging. Why aren't we digging?
I don't believe it's there. I think if it was there, they would be digging.
But also, you start digging, you're going to ruin what they have, and then also you're going to have some pharaoh's spirit that's going to be unleashed on the world. You know what I mean?
Also, they already may know what's in there
Oh,
or
that's
under
true.
it,
Yeah.
and
Maybe
they don't
they
want to
do.
tell us.
You don't
wanna
need to
unleash
know.
it. Yeah, you're
Right.
right.
You
You're right.
double
Aliens.
Prime member, all of a sudden you get to know what's under the pyramids?
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it works.
No, just tell Jeff.
Yeah.
Whatever guy's name.
All of
was.
a sudden we have apocalypto, because you went digging.
You can't
Or-
even see Superman, let alone the pyramids.
Yeah.
Or what if it is like one of those Stargates and we open up something that
Yeah.
fires up and now we're able to go back in time or wherever.
Meanwhile, that's where we're getting all our technology is through that Stargate.
Yeah.
Right.
I
That's
don't-
where our energy comes from.
I don't believe in an afterlife. I feel like that's a sad realization, but I think as an adult, I realize that there's nothing. Your body is just made of carbon, and when you die, you die.
But isn't there an energy there? Some type of energy
No.
that has to go somewhere?
But there isn't, though. Everybody says that, but there isn't. I think the energy dies with you.
Well, they say when you die that there's like a tiny, you become a little bit lighter when your soul leaves your body.
Yeah, or that could
That's
just be
measurable.
oxygen.
Well, it could be, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they're saying.
Even for fat guys?
Even for fat guys.
At least for 1 second I was kidding.
The sweet release of death
Yeah.
makes me not fat.
Sweet release of death. Here's the only thing that I think that is the saving grace. And I don't even know if it's really saving or not, but the idea that this is heavy for 6:07 in the morning. The idea that space is infinite and constantly expanding makes me think that maybe you do go somewhere else because it's growing. And I don't know. Do you know we sent up a Mars, not a Mars rover, but a satellite to go just as far as it can go?
Yeah.
And it has been traveling for 48 years, and it hasn't even gone one light day, let alone a light year.
Yeah.
So we have no idea how far. Imagine traveling light years. Imagine traveling hundreds of light years away. We have no idea whatsoever. But what if space is expanding because every time you die, your energy or whatever goes into space and becomes something over there, or just
But that's the thing is you have no idea.
You have no idea.
You have no idea whether there's infinite numbers of Mike Caltas in other
Right.
galaxies.
I don't
You know
wanna
what I
meet
mean?
them.
Like
The
a multiverse?
Yeah,
Yeah.
multiverse. It could totally be. That's why every once in a while you'll see your doppelganger,
Yeah.
and it's because they got recycled through and they're like, oh, we put 2 on Earth. Whoops. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're just like, I don't know.
Yeah, but we don't know that space is infinite. We only know what's been told to us.
Yeah, for all we know, it's
Yeah.
it's
We're being lied to.
Truman Show.
Yeah.
Have you
But-
heard about the ocean that they just found?
No, a new ocean?
There's an ocean underneath all of our oceans that's 3 times the size of our ocean.
By the way, that's the real thing.
Yeah.
man, is the
Like-
stuff underwater. There's stuff underwater. We have no idea what it is.
Mhm.
And you think about all the different things we talk about octopus all the time, that octopus are totally aliens. There are things that can completely change colors.
Yeah.
How is there a thing underwater that's electric?
Also,
You know what I mean? That's,
Also-
that's not plugged into something.
Yeah.
the thing with the octopus is that it shares no DNA with anything else on Earth.
Nothing.
Yeah, and tastes delicious when you eat it. Yeah,
It's
if they're
wild.
aliens, I've eaten a lot of those aliens.
Yeah. The underwater, this deep sea, that is way more fascinating to me than outer space. Because it's right here.
If octopus are aliens, the Greeks have already conquered them.
Mm.
You can go down there to any sponge dock and get some broiled octopus, and it's delicious.
It does taste delicious.
Yeah, so the Greeks won that one.
One of the few seafood items I enjoy is
You do. You like the
Octopus,
octopus.
yeah.
Can't eat it after watching that documentary.
what happened
I
in the
would have
documentary?
eaten, I would have
My
eaten that octopus.
My octopus teacher.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
see it.
Oh, it's really good, and you won't want to eat
Oh,
octopus.
I love getting the
You
little, the little
totally would eat
suction
octopus.
cup stuck on my tongue and stuff. It's great. Nice.
I watched that movie and I was like, "Oh, that's good." And my wife's like, "I love him." I go, "I'd eat him. I would totally eat him."
That's great.
I sent your wife a video of an albino raccoon the other day.
Oh, great! The
Yeah.
one that was trying to get food.
Yeah.
I saw. Yeah. Don't send them to me, by the way. So you notice Galvin said I didn't send it to you.
No, no,
I
no.
sent it to my wife.
Mhm.
Yeah. Which I am still amazed the amount of guys that send stuff to my wife to listen to the show. Like not just videos, but like messages and stuff.
Yeah.
Carmen, that one guy that I told you about,
Yeah.
Still?
Still?
Yeah. I want to punch that guy in the throat.
Block him.
No, it's never like, it's never really inappropriate. It's just creepy.
Yeah.
And
But once it crosses that line,
it crossed the day one. But my
Yeah.
wife doesn't engage in anything. So she just
ignores
okay.
it.
Yeah.
Is their profile public or is it just
Uh,
private?
I think it's private.
Right?
Yeah. But I think she was like, I think one day she got an influx of, like, I tagged her in something and she got an influx of ads and she was like, oh, well,
Yeah.
I'll add people, sure. But nobody bothers her. It's just that I see them every once in a while and I'm like, what do you think your goal is? What do you think you're going to do? She's going to go, oh, you think so? And go,
My husband is a loser, you say?
no, nobody's ever. No, it's not. I mean, I'm sure there's some of that in there, but
Right.
it's just the ones that are like overtly flirtatious. that
I mean,
are
I would
disgusting.
think
I'd
any
never
of-
try to kill you.
Do you think any of them ever look at you and they go, I mean, if he got her, I could probably get her away from him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mm.
I get that all the time.
I'm better than.
Nobody seemed to have been able to do that.
Yeah.
It's been 20 something years.
Yeah,
So
there's
good
plenty of
luck.
people that think they're better than you, and they could probably, get her away.
My favorite is they think, well, if it wasn't for the money, you would. I don't have nearly the amount of money that Carmen thinks that I have, and
You have more.
We've been over this.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I don't have as
I
much
have a
as you
good idea.
think I have.
I think
I have a
Carmen
good
came in-
idea.
Carmen came in
Yes.
short.
Yeah. and the other thing is that what was it? Oh yeah, is that we've been together so long. God, she's been through so many poor years. The poor years outweigh the rich years
Yeah,
for sure. And she was there in the beginning for the poor. The beginning was the poor years
fired AM radio guy.
while she was pregnant.
Yeah,
And but at that time, I wasn't making garbage money. You know?
no,
So I mean, we're talking about 20 years ago.
that was 16 refrigerators ago.
You kidding me? That one we were using the refrigerator that came with the apartment. I have to tell you, I don't mind apartment living. That when we lived in Tampa, we lived in a place that was on the water. It was an apartment that lived that had a channel of water behind it where people could pull boats up to, and then the houses across the channel were like $1 million houses, and it was nice. It was a nice apartment.
I had a really nice apartment in Sarasota, but that was the only time I had a nice apartment.
Why did you live in Sarasota?
I was working down there
Where?
at iHeart.
I think we talked about that.
Yeah.
Who were you working with?
Ron Miller.
He came out to our Whiskey Willie's gig.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess he lives around
Yeah,
here.
he lives in Lutz now.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. So, and you were on the air on that Saturday. Did you work with Brent?
I did.
Or Brent, oh,
No,
you did?
no,
he
I
was
took-
already here.
He came to work with you, and I took his old job.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I've been helping you out for a long time.
You've really been involved in my entire radio career.
Inadvertently.
Yeah.
You and Hoppy.
Yeah.
I've molded two of the greatest.
Great. Legends.
Holy smokes, man. I was looking at the stuff for the Bone Beach Bash yesterday. There's no way that calendar works. The schedule, rather.
Oh yeah.
I don't think anybody follows through with any of that. I think it's just gonna be a hodgepodge of Carmen doing everybody else's stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Yep. Saw that coming from a mile
Carmen, I
away.
don't know where Mike is. You got to go over here and host this thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Pete leading the Pitbull toddler hootenanny that's happening.
That's hilarious.
The best is it's 2 weeks away and nobody has even planned for that.
What's the hootenanny?
Exactly.
Is it not?
Calvin just explained it right there.
You know what it's going to be? It's going to be Matt and Zach playing more songs and Pete noodling over top of them.
That sounds about right.
Because, I mean, really, what do they think we're going to do? Just jam?
Well, we've done that before, and that's the problem. They've seen us do that before, so they think that we can just do it at any time.
But it's like when you guys did it, it was just so natural and it came about. I'm I don't know. My question from day one was, why are you trying to put such a schedule together? Like, I understand
you
having
should have a frame of
Right.
how things are going to go.
but just like the cruise, we have a frame and things naturally happen around that frame.
It should be
Right.
more of a hang.
Right. We don't have every hour of every second scheduled out. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I was like, why don't we do it? And they're like, no. We got to make sure that you guys are out there hanging out with the listeners, which I get, but we'll naturally do that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So putting a schedule to it just makes it, I don't know. But again, I'll be paddleboarding.
Yeah.
So
All right.
come paddleboard with me.
Among other
But
things.
I'll
yeah.
be watching Pete noodle over Matt and Zach.
Yeah.
But I am excited for paddleboarding.
The hootenanny. All right.
Nanny.
Is that what?
Yeehaw.
Yeah, and I have something that I wasn't even sure if I was going to bring up on the air because it's so embarrassing.
Oh, boy.
I was going through my old Gmail yesterday. I got an alert from Gmail. It said, "Hey, buddy, you haven't logged into this account in 2 years. Log in or you're going to lose it." So I logged in, and then I went through it to see what was in there, and I found the first Pitbull Toddler song that we wrote and recorded.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is
An original?
awful. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But the problem is it's got Shane on it, and Shane was writing the words to the song, so he kind of had word like it just sounds like it's
Yeah.
kind of him singing like Pete noodling over Matt and Zach. It's him singing over us playing, and I can't. It's just hard. It's hard to listen to.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna play this more than I want.
Oh.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Mm-mm.
Was that the one and only
No,
attempted
we-
original?
We
No.
did, well, yeah, an original. No, we had
No,
originals.
we had a couple originals.
Yeah, but it was we had two recordings. We had that, and we had Poker Face, the Lady Gaga song.
Yeah.
We did a version of Poker Face that was
Eh.
equally as awful.
No, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it
I remember
was-
seeing you guys don't do that anymore?
No, we
No.
haven't done it for a long time.
Yeah.
I
I
wouldn't
remember
even
that.
remember that. I don't even remember how to play the original song. Although listening to it, it sounded pretty simple. I was so nervous. I used to be so nervous to play those songs. I was like, oh. Now I just screw up and go. Oh. I look
Yeah.
at John. John goes, no,
No.
wrong string. I go. Yeah. So our next gig, obviously,
The hootenanny.
the Hootenanny. Well, I mean, the Hootenanny's on Friday, isn't it? And then Pitbull Toddler's playing on Saturday.
I did not open the email.
I'm not scheduled to be at the Hootenanny, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good luck.
Oh, don't-
I don't have an acoustic bass.
Don't worry, Gio. You're not scheduled for anything.
Perfect.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Beautiful.
You got all the work?
No, I only have paddleboarding, but remember the whole thing was everyone needs to have something on the
Mhm.
schedule.
Oh,
I just fly under the radar,
Gio
man.
got away with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pap has something.
Yes, I do.
What do you have?
I'll be pickling balls at the.
Wait.
Right in your wheelhouse.
Yep.
Oh.
At 11 o'clock on Saturday.
All right.
Oh, Mike, you are scheduled for the
The hootenanny?
Hootenanny.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I guess I'll be singing.
What's your role? Does it say what he's supposed to be doing?
Bud Light Acoustic Afterglow with Pitbull Toddler
After
I'm going to send him an email and
at
be
the
like,
fire pits, and it says Mike, Pete, Galvin, John, Josh.
Yes.
Mike,
will
do
they
you
be-
know?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, do you know where the fire pits are? Because you're the only one of us that's been there before. Do you know where the fire pits are?
I have a feeling we're going to be able to find them.
I
Yeah,
have a
like-
feeling Mike's not walking to the fire pit.
Oh, no. You'd be surprised. Mike is very mobile these days.
Oh, Tom will get him
Okay.
there.
Oh, Carmen, also, they have a golf cart there.
Okay.
Yeah,
There you go.
but I'm trying to think of where the fire pit is. I mean, it's right outside the rooms is where the stage is, like by the bar, and the fire pit's got to be close by to that. So,
Okay.
last time I was there, I played a grueling game of ping pong with my son.
Mm.
That always seemed to cost me a lot of money. I always go, all right, I'll be up by 2 points. I'll bet you $20, and then I let him catch up, and then next thing you know, he beats me, and I'm in at $60. I'm into it. Yeah, that kid's been sharking me for a little while.
I have a feeling I'm going to be saying no thanks a lot.
What do you mean?
Hey, Galvin,
Galvin.
can you blah, blah, blah? No thanks.
Did you figure out how much you're getting paid, Carmen?
Yep. The same as everybody else.
Oh,
I hope
no.
it better not be
Did
the
you
same as everybody else.
Did you straight up ask?
I mean, that I did, and
Yeah.
that's what it was told because everyone was gonna have events. So we were then all doing extra work, So we get our room, and then we get a little side thing,
Right.
But because we were all having events, that's why.
Gio, write a letter to John. Make sure I'm not getting the same thing as
Yeah.
Carmen.
of
Well,
course.
obviously,
You said the same. I just wanted to make sure.
yeah. Hosts are in a different category, buddy.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure I'm getting more than the other.
Listen,
host.
I'm not even on the list, so it's
Yeah,
it's
but
true.
you're still getting paid the same as I am.
Wow.
Gio,
So-
Gio, you are at an event.
Whoa,
I
no,
see,
no,
yeah.
no, no, no.
I
That
see it
one-
right here.
That one doesn't count, Galvin.
Oh.
I'm sorry. That
What is that one?
What's the event?
Neutral pool party.
Is the pool
Oh,
part.
yeah.
But
That counts?
no, it doesn't because those are our quote unquote like meet and greets. So everyone is scheduled for those.
Oh, perfect.
So it was like that was one of those things that were like included, and then we were all supposed to have like an individual event, like Pap's pickleball, my
Pickling
paddleboard.
balls.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Listen,
so.
it's quite possible nobody wanted me. You ever think of that?
I could see.
They
Oh,
that.
I know.
Yeah.
I was,
They pitched the idea and they said no.
Not
Like,
you.
that's-
they said it's not.
Then they told Carmen, "You see how good it feels to be wanted."
Yeah,
They
yeah.
sold it to her on that.
We could have
No,
Gio do that.
they-
They're like, no, thank you.
Carmen, if you want, you could join the Hoot Nanny.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Listen, at 11 o'clock, that is late.
I'm gonna write back to him and be like, "Dear Cox, will you be purchasing me an acoustic bass because I don't have one?"
Yeah.
Oh.
Listen, you're trying to get your name out there, Carmen. I think this is a good opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah. 14 years.
You're on the
still.
come. You're on the come up.
Yep.
You
We're
know.
one big family, Carmen.
Yeah. It's a great opportunity.
I gotta find my egg shaker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You get one of those boxes. You said.
Anyway.
Nope.
Jeez.
Where were we that I destroyed Spanishes? A live gig?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was
Tambourine, maybe?
Oh, we have a tambourine.
Yeah, there you
But
go.
Josh will be using
Oh.
that. That's Josh's instrument.
A girl grabbed the tambourine the other night and I went, no.
The best is Tim Clark tried the tambourine with us one time, and he was so offbeat that Galvin couldn't play along with him. He was like,
Oh.
I
"Throw
go,
me
what,
off."
stop it. I
Yeah.
go, you're not even close to being on time.
Overall, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I think
Yeah.
it's going to be a
Yeah.
blast.
Yeah.
I think
If you don't see me, I'm probably hosting an event somewhere.
Right.
No.
Right.
Okay.
Is Rough Shot Todd coming?
I don't think so. Maybe.
All right. It's going to be fun.
I can't wait.
I'm looking forward to. I got a bunch of pool shirts, so I'll be good there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that a new shirt?
Yeah. I got this for Father's Day.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that. The blue.
Is that from Bobby Kelly?
What do you mean? Did he buy it for me?
Yeah.
No, my wife bought it for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just know he rocks the Pumas. That's a Puma?
No, I
Puma
think
or
it's
no?
Tommy Bahama.
Oh, I thought it. Oh, okay. I saw the thing. I thought it was the Puma
Yeah.
logo.
No, it's she bought me my wife hates my wardrobe, which I kind of agree with her. I'm definitely at the bottom of the wardrobe list. So in order to try and expand on that, she's mixed in some colors.
What does she hate about it? I mean, what are you gonna wear?
I mean, it's pretty uniform. I like it. It leaves out the what am I going to wear kind of thing. And the good thing about it is when we go out to do stuff, I never dress that way. Like I never dress in a sleeveless shirt and basketball shorts. I dress appropriately. And that's different. That I can do. But every day, I actually was looking at a picture yesterday of where I was wearing a sleeveless shirt and basketball shorts, and I went, I did it. I accomplished it. I've lived almost my full adult life dressing comfortably, wearing what I want. That is what is very, like I look around. My grandfather used to wear a white T-shirt every day, just like a white Hanes T-shirt and a pair of black work pants. Like what's that company that makes the work pants?
Dickies,
Carhartt, or Dickies, or one of those. He used to wear those black pants and a white T-shirt every day. Different ones. But he just wore it every day, and it made his choices very easy. He got up, grabbed the white T-shirt, grabbed his pants, went there and sat in his rocking chair. And I thought, that guy knows what's up.
It's the way to do it.
It's the way to do it.
Look at Joe. He never changes his clothes.
That's right.
Never.
Doesn't have to.
Yeah.
I could, if I had to draw Joe, I'd draw him in those clothes.
Yeah.
We'd nail it the right way. And Galvin, similar situation.
Yeah.
Different band shirt.
Different
band
black shirt.
Yeah, different black band shirt every day.
Yeah.
Same situation.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what he wants to wear.
Makes
Got
it
his
easy.
uniform. Yeah. Oh, it's if Carmen was here, it would probably be more difficult
No.
No.
for me. I would
No.
feel the pressure of having
For-
to not
1
change
week.
my clothes, but I'd have to get up earlier and make sure my hair looked good.
Yeah.
Wait.
Definitely.
Bring me
Your
my-
hair can look
Yeah.
different.
In case today's the day. Yeah, my hair could look different.
No, I can't.
Unless you shaved it.
I thought about it this weekend. I came dangerously
Just
close.
do it.
Dude, you gotta warn us. If you walk
No.
in here with your head
Oh,
shaved,
yeah.
I'd have to leave probably.
Why?
I don't know. That'd be wild.
It would be weird, right?
Yeah.
No.
I took a picture and I saw in the picture, I wasn't surprised, but I saw how far back my hairline was and how whisper the top was. And I thought, I look like Pete, and Pete should just shave it. So I'm just going to shave it off. And then I thought, today's the day I'm going to shave it. And then I realized I didn't bring my shaver. And
Yeah.
I thought that's a sign from God.
I really don't think you'd look that different.
I
Yeah,
think I
probably
would.
not.
Like if Galvin walks in with a shaved head,
Yeah.
that's mind blowing.
Sure.
That'd be holy hell. You walk in, I think we hardly.
It would
notice.
take a couple of minutes to adjust,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
If you lost the beard, that would be pretty shocking. But the hair, it's kind of
So you keep the beard, but shave the head.
yeah.
What if my head is what if I shave it and it's just so, it looks like a Sharpay's butthole in the back?
I mean, you're not hiding it now, is the
Right.
thing.
Like, what does it look like now?
I don't know. You tell me. I can't see it.
Sharpay's butthole.
So then just shave it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Again, the little bit of hair on the back isn't hiding
Right.
what your
What's
head looks like.
underneath?
Right.
You've already come this far. There's really not much left to go.
There's something pretty freeing about just shaving off. Like I see why Britney Spears did it one day. You just get frustrated. And you're like, I'm just shaving it.
I had my head shaved for years
Yeah,
until
you-
people started saying I was a white supremacist
Yeah.
Right.
and a skinhead, and then I let my hair grow out.
Or just
Still
an
say
asshole
that.
yeah.
because you could grow it and you were shaving it bald.
When I was working with Spice, he started telling people that I was a Nazi, and a white supremacist, and that's why I shaved my head.
Why were you shaving your head?
I
Hot or
yeah,
just-
I did it one summer, like right after high school, and then I just kept it that way
Yeah.
because it was easy and it was nice and cool.
That was my brother, man. My brother, he had like a crew cut since he was a kid,
Yeah,
and then kept it tight. And then one day he was like 45 years old, and he went boom, full head of hair. And I went, "What are you, son of a bitch?
yeah.
You just had it the whole time, and you just kept you were chasing it away."
Well, what Corey? It worked. Same thing. He had,
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
But
crazy.
he's actually really Nazi.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I saw him at a meeting. I'm kidding.
Yeah, it was just easy to cut it that way, and then I kept it for probably almost 10 years.
Wow.
And then one day I was like, let me let my hair grow out, and here I am. Now I'm just clinging on.
Yeah, Klingon. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a couple of wrinkles away from a Klingon.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't think you'd be that big a difference.
I think it would actually be better because
Yeah.
I'd have less to worry about, just like getting dressed.
But
Yeah.
you would have to shave it.
That's fine. I
Often.
have one of those like old school Norelco head shavers. Not a head shaver, but like one of those 3-wheel
Right.
Shavers.
I used to do it about every week and a half, 2 weeks
Yeah.
is when I would do it.
I don't mind that. That's easy. Listen, the day that I come in here bald is the day my wife looks at me and says, "You should shave your head." That's it.
Yeah.
The day that she says you shave it bald is a day that I'll be like, okay.
And what does she say now? Don't shave it?
Yeah, but she's not
Get
like
away from me.
she's not like I love your hair. She's just like, no, leave it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's like, I like a little hair there. I was like, okay. But the day that she looks at me and goes, I'm sick of looking at the wispy hair.
Yeah.
Take it down. I'll
Do you-
take it down.
Do you comb it or style it, or what do you do?
Yeah, like if I just let it go.
It's so short now that there's
but
not
it's
a whole
not.
lot.
It's not.
No?
I have it like pushed down, like kind of like gel. Like if I just towel dried it after the shower, like this morning I wet it and I towel dried it and it's like it sticks out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But not over here.
Yeah.
Just over here on the side. I look like a koala.
Oh,
On
wow.
the side. So I had to kind of like push it down a little bit.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah, I remember.
I can't give you all the secrets of my
Yeah,
beauty,
it's-
Gio. Come on.
It's hard to say. Maybe I'm seeing it differently.
Yeah.
I remember he came in one day and he goes, I forgot to put gel in my hair. And I go, yeah, shocking. It looks so different.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
Feels
Like
different.
you to yourself, everybody to their self, their hair looks different, if they didn't do this or
Yeah.
whatever, but meanwhile, nobody notices. So many times now, like I'll be wearing a hat or doing something, whatever, and then I have to take a hat off and I'm just like, I don't know. That's it. You know what I mean? This is it. This is how my hair goes.
You still have like a ton of hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw your dad, so you're probably going to keep.
Yeah.
Oh, he's fine.
100%.
There's no sign that you're going to go bald anytime soon.
No.
Carmen, you're good with babysitting on Saturday?
Yes.
You
I am.
sure?
Yeah.
I asked Carmen if she was interested in doing a favor and babysitting on Saturday, but kind of gave you like 10 outs in that text because if you were like, no, I don't want you to feel guilty about it or anything. I won't
Right.
feel like you had to say yes because but you
Dog
were the first
sitting
option.
or
No,
babysitting?
babysitting. Babies.
Actual babies?
Kind of.
No.
Max and James, Bobby's son and Lewis's son
How
are
old
going to
is
be here.
Bobby's son?
Yeah, but they're in a place that he's 12.
Chill
Yeah.
at the house.
Yeah, I wouldn't leave those
But
kids alone.
so that's kind of what I was thinking. They're old enough, like I'm not gonna have to like wipe butts.
No.
you know what I mean?
You're not going to have to do anything but
you
make
never
sure they
know.
don't set the house on fire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like I have like the dance game. I figured they might want to like play something new.
Yeah.
So I was gonna bring that over, but for the most part, I figured it was just kind of gonna be like playing a little bit, and
Carmen,
then also
if they're 12-year-old boys, they'll probably want to watch you do the
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you play. You play dance.
Here, put the bikini
Yeah.
top on again.
Yeah. No, you take my turn. Go ahead.
Carmen ends up in Hot or Not on Monday.
Yeah.
wait a minute, no.
All right, good. I'm glad that helps out. I just wanted to make sure you were cool with that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the only thing we have Saturdays, like we have a 7-on-7 in
Uh-huh.
the morning, like
Oh, no,
afternoon.
yeah.
I'll be done by like noon.
Coach Carmen.
Right, Coach Carmen.
Oh,
so,
no. 7 and 7 is not football.
yes, it is.
Sorry.
Yes, it is.
Got him confused.
But yeah, all I have is that. And then basically, after this last weekend, I need a break from drinking until the beach bash. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Drink with the kids.
No, no, Gio. And that's why you're not babysitting.
Exactly. All right, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Good. Because Lewis is going to be here tomorrow, and he is shooting his special at Side Splitters on Saturday, and he'll be there all weekend. He'll be doing shows Thursday through Saturday, and then Bobby will be here on Friday, and he'll be hosting, or I don't think he'll be hosting, but he'll be directing the special on Saturday. I might go up and do a few.
Oh.
I hope people try and talk to Bobby a lot while he's
directing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we got Sporkle. It is Wednesday. Galvin has a brand new open letter, and we got stuff to give away. Carmen will tell you what that is when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Carmen, good morning to you. What do we have to give away today?
Good morning.
Good
we
morning.
have a bunch of stuff. So we have tickets for.
By the way, did you get my text? I didn't look to see if you responded.
I did.
Yeah. Do we
And-
know that that's a mistake?
I did not see it on the log, but so I'll have to go back and find it.
We are running a promo that says that if you go, I don't know, scan the QR code, you can go watch Stupid Cage the Elephant open for Oasis in LA. You can win a trip to go do that, which is pretty cool, except they tagged it with the eagle on it. But I would like to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a lot of that Oasis show that they did here. I don't know. I also don't want to be in that big ass crowd because there was a lot of people. England somehow they put on shows for like 100,000 people at a time.
Yeah.
They're the biggest stadiums. That's so how do you enjoy a show?
I don't
when you're
know.
all the
Yeah.
way in the back.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, why bother going? Just watch it on TV.
You're just sitting with a bunch of people watching a video screen
Right.
and could
Right.
possibly get crushed.
I mean, you can hear it, but it's not. I don't know. It's whatever. But I watched it. I thought they did very well. They sounded great, and I was like, oh, I'd like to see that, but not enough to travel. But anyway, what else we got going on?
Okay, so we have tickets for The Offspring.
Okay, that is this weekend.
Yes. Suicide Boys.
All right.
Kesha.
Okay.
Monster Jam.
Yeah.
And A Day to Remember with Yellow Card.
All right. So we got some decent prizes.
Now, do you remember when you said you were going to see The Offspring?
I did, but the problem was I forgot Bobby was here this
Oh,
weekend. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I was thinking about going up until yesterday, and I was like, I can't go. I got Lewis's special on Saturday. So that is what I'm going to be doing.
Okay.
On Saturday. If Offspring was on Friday, I'd go. 2 calls dropped off, 3 calls, and then 2 filled, 3 back up. All right. No, there we go. All right. Carmen is the keeper of Sport Gold. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Carmen, let's do this. Galvin is at 2 in a row, I believe.
Yes.
Going for 3. All right. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Okay, today we're going to be playing Sports Siblings. Okay, so I'm going to give you their first names. You're going to give me their last names. And these are siblings that both played professional sports.
Okay.
All right.
And for the most part, it's 3 sports. Okay, American football, baseball, and tennis.
Okay.
And it's a mix between all of them.
All right.
Okay. Your first one, Aaron and Brett.
Favre.
Boone.
Boone. Mike. Billy and Cal.
Ripken.
Mike. Champ and Boss.
Hog.
Football.
Bailey.
Bailey.
Geo. Dizzy and Daffy.
Reed.
Baseball.
Dizzy Reed played
I know.
piano.
Dizzy and Daffy. Baseball.
Duck.
I don't know.
Dizzy was a baseball pitcher, wasn't he?
Dean.
Yeah. Dizzy Dean.
Dizzy Dean. Daffy Dean.
No point.
No point. Dom, Vince, and Joe. Baseball.
Mattingly.
Tori.
Oh.
Oh, what did I say? I got the wrong one.
Dom, Vince, and Joe. Baseball.
LaRusso.
DiMaggio.
I said the wrong one.
No point. Eli
Manning.
Cool.
Yeah.
and Gio. Jason and Jeremy.
Giambi.
Mike. Joe and Phil.
Rizzuto.
Necro.
Necro. Mike Calta. Ken and George. Baseball.
Brett.
Mike.
Who's Ken Brett?
Oh no, you came up with it.
He played.
Maybe I.
And Pap.
Oh no.
We're halfway there.
Galvin is not on the board. He has a total of 0 points. Gio
That's
with
what not on the board means.
Gio has 2, and Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 5.
5.
That's right.
Cinco.
All right. We are doing sports siblings. Your next one. Excuse me.
Yeah, you're right.
Or-
Take your time.
No. Levon and Orlando.
Hernandez.
Mike. Mike and Bob. Tennis. Mike and Bob.
McEnroe.
Chang.
I don't know.
I was looking for Brian. Mike Bryan and Bob Bryan.
Love them.
Yeah. One of the greats.
The brothers Brian.
2 of the greats.
Ozzy and Jose.
Canseco.
Galvin. Patrick and John.
McEnroe.
Galvin.
Oh.
Thomas and Julius.
Irving.
Football.
Oh.
Thomas and Julius.
Smith.
Johnson.
Jones.
I knew it was something easy.
Tommy and Hank,
Aaron.
Gio, and Pap
Oh, come on.
Aaron.
were on the last three.
Last three.
Galvin has 2 points on the board. Gio ahead by 1 with 3. And Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 6.
Oh boy.
All right, sports siblings, last three. Here we go. Pedro and Ramon,
Martinez.
Gio, Serena,
Williams.
Galvin,
That was Gio.
That was me.
and your last one, Sterling
Sharp.
and Shannon.
I could have
Yo.
tied him. Damn it.
You did.
Your final score.
You sure that wasn't Gio? You
I
sure
am.
it was Gio?
I thought it was me. But
Galvin with 3 points on the board. Gio with 5. And Michael is your triumphant
tied
champion
it.
today. He won with 6.
can I have we have the bonus just for fun?
Sure. The bonus, Tiki
Barbara.
and Rondé.
Damn it.
Yeah, you did.
Asterisk.
No,
No.
that's an.
I'm
Would
putting it-
have does not count.
That's not how it works.
I said Williams.
If I would have got 10, I would have won.
Yeah,
That's the same.
I said Williams.
I won. Streak Slayer.
No, I would have won. In my mind, I won. In the audience's mind,
No.
I
No.
won. Yes.
Nobody
Not
knows.
how that
Thank you,
works.
everybody. Eat a W.
Guess
They
what?
don't even know where you're going to be for the beach bash.
I'm going to pick a winner.
I'll be the hootenanny. I would like to pick line 6, please.
All right. I'm going to pick line 6. Hi. Good morning. Who's this?
Hi, it's Eileen.
Hi, Eileen. I won for you, not Gio.
No, I won.
won for you.
I was robbed.
I'm going to put
Thank
you.
you.
I'm going to put you on hold, and Carmen will hook you up, and we'll give you a prize.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for listening. There you go. That's line 6 that I picked, not Gio. Carmen.
No, I won.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, AI Hitler,
Oh,
different lies, and happy workers.
hey. All right, Galvin, there's your news. We'll take a quick break, and we will do that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Ladies and gentlemen, time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's top story, Russia launched its largest drone attack on
Whoa.
Ukraine since the beginning of its invasion. Ukrainian
I
officials
thought it was over.
said on Wednesday, no, just hours.
I thought he was getting a Nobel Peace Prize.
Just hours after U.S. President Donald Trump pledged more military support and accused his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin, of throwing, quote, BS over peace talks, except for he said the whole word. The massive aerial assault involved 728 drones, had 13 missiles. That's according to Ukraine's Air Force, saying it eclipses the previous record number of 539 drones set on July 4th by hundreds, but it was largely repelled with the damage limited and no immediate reports of death.
You want to hear something dumb?
Hmm.
You were there. Do you remember? I don't know, Gio, if you were at the station or not. Do you remember, Gal, when you first started and the station had consultants?
Yeah.
And we had to, like, the consultants would come in and they would meet, they would listen to the show for a couple of days, and then they would come in there and they would give us some pointers on what to do. Radio consultants, idiots who never made it in radio become consultants. So the guy was pretty good, the one guy, and he brought up, so there was a lot of things that I felt like I was missing to do that are like traditional radio things. Like I was forgetting to pre-sell some things that were coming up later, and forgetting to whatever, just a couple of key components. It actually was all right. But I remember one day that the big news story was, and they were mad at us because we didn't really talk about it, was that President Bush, was Bush, right, at the time? I think.
It'd have to be.
It was Bush, and he said the F word. And everybody was talking about it. We were like, yeah, we don't care. And they're like, and he brought it up, and he goes, the president said the F word, and you guys didn't even really bring it up. We're like, the most powerful guy in the world used the F-bomb, which we kind of use on the air every day. Like we use a version of it. I'm like, it's not that big of a news story. Like, why? Yeah, but everybody's doing, okay, well, everybody else has got nothing else to talk about. That's, I remember, I'll never forget. That's why every time I hear Trump curse now, I go, oh, this is another big story. Although I love hearing it.
Now
I love hearing
he'll curse right in cabinet meetings.
I love it. It's so funny to hear, because it sounds like what it probably sounded like back in the day. Can you imagine, when we were like in World War II, what those meetings must have sounded like, and you get a little bit of what it's real anger is. I don't know. I just, but I always, every time I hear him curse, I just think of that one time they're like, you guys really didn't even talk about it that much. Were we supposed to spend an hour talking about how the president said the F word?
Also, we can't say it.
Yeah.
That's a big part of it too. Elon Musk's AI program, Grok. By the way, when he came up with that, didn't anybody go, that sounds like Gronk?
Gronk, yeah.
And he's very popular.
Which would be great if Gronk did his own AI.
Oh, my God.
It just gives you stupid answers to everything in his voice.
Elon Musk's AI program Grok went full Kanye when it started praising Hitler. Musk said last Friday that they'd improved the bot significantly and users would notice a difference. I don't know whether he meant that. His programmers claim that they have now fixed the issue.
Anyone use it?
I messed around with it when it first came out.
I didn't. I fell in love with ChatGPT and I'm good.
It's basically the same.
Right.
There's really no different.
I don't need it. I mean, although Grok will make dirty pictures, right?
Yeah, I know if you're on Twitter or X, you can, if there's like a post, you can ask Grok, like, is this post legitimate or, where's this photo from?
I've seen that on there because people will comment on it and then it'll half underneath it'll say, Grok will say, this is actually from 2001. And
yeah.
blah, blah,
So it kind of, it'll check people pretty quickly.
What was I just going to tell you? One thing that I noticed that I never used before was I put up a picture of me and my family in Sarasota this weekend, and I just put up a little thing, said, hey, we're on vacation, we're off Monday, we'll be back on Tuesday. And there were 100 and something comments underneath it. And I don't really read the comments a lot. Like I might see the first couple of ones, whatever. They summarize all the comments.
Yeah.
Did you see that? I mean,
really?
Yeah.
So it said you have 121 comments on here. Most of them are saying that they like Amanda's outfit. They hope you have a good vacation. Couple commented on your weight loss. And overall, they're positive comments. I went, oh, well, maybe I'll take a look through them then.
Yeah, Meta started doing that not too long ago.
That was pretty good. I didn't have to read the comments, and I got a good gist of what's going on.
Yeah, a lot of time on like Facebook, you can see posts, and like if it's like a movie review or something, you just look at the, and it'll say like general consensus is people love the movie, but one commenter just said that it was not entertaining, and it's really an easy way to just not get the general idea.
The other thing I've noticed, actually, Joe Rogan pointed it out. I was listening, and he said if you ask AI something, that'll give you information, but then it will also tell you this could be blah 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 taken as a bad thing. Like it'll tell you, like that you could upset people by saying this, or like it's
Instagram does that. Sometimes when you type a comment, it asks you do you really want to type this because some people are offended.
Well, but I'm talking about giving you the information back.
Oh, really?
Like if you, I don't know, ask it something racial or you asked it something, whatever, and they're like, be careful because this could be considered,
right.
like telling you,
you shouldn't be thinking about this.
Yeah, putting their own thoughts into it kind of thing.
It's funny that I get that all the time on Instagram and Facebook. Are you sure you want to write this? Some other people have gotten in trouble for doing it. And I'm like, yeah, all right, I'll change it, But yet, anytime anybody ever says anything about me or whatever, nobody ever cares. Never. Nobody's ever like, gentle, you may hurt his feelings.
Yeah. It's wild.
You fat night swimmer.
A federal judge struck down an FTC rule that would have required streaming services to make it easy for us to cancel. Because how they were going in and doing that, where they were saying, "Hey, we got to make this so people can understand that they're going to be locked in and stuff." And they said, "No, we're going to make it still ambiguous." And
listen, I get it. They make it so it's a little bit harder to do, but you're not going to make it so you can't cancel it. And the simple thing to do, if you can, is put it on American Express. Because I'll call American Express and go, I can't figure out how to cancel this. And they'll go, no problem, we got it. We'll take care of it and just shut it down.
Well, two things. One is, not everybody has American Express. And the other thing is there are so many people that have no idea computer savvy or phone savvy. Like they were like, I don't know where this is.
Yeah.
My kid signed me up or however I got on this thing and now I have to pay every month. It's wild.
I don't ever want an audit on what we pay for. I don't want to know how many Hulus we're paying for in this house. I don't know, because I'm pretty sure my wife and I both have Hulu accounts. Different ones.
We have double Prime.
We have double Prime and none of us can go see Superman.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
No, yeah. If you did one of those, what is it, the Rocket thing, whatever, where it tells you have 18 streaming services you're paying for.
Right. I don't want to know that.
The ones, if you go on like your iPhone, they actually make it pretty easy. Go to subscriptions.
Subscriptions. That's great.
And it's just one area you can see all the ones that are recurring, and you can literally just hit cancel right there.
I got one yesterday. It said, you better hurry. Your subscription's about to run out. And I went, to what? And I looked at it. I'm like, I don't even know what this is.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing it's over. Yeah. But I mean, the subscription cost me $2.99 a year.
Yeah, a lot of those apps are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's certain ones that you go, I don't know, is it even worth it?
Right.
I'll just keep paying.
Dude,
$2 a month.
I paid for the app that gave you all the sports statistics that you were using.
Yeah.
And I still lost all of my money, so I just canceled it.
Yeah.
I'm like, now I'm losing money with the bets, and I'm losing money paying for the service to give me the information.
It's funny because Hard Rock Bet actually has that on theirs, and they really go into depth with it. There's a lot of different stuff. They're like, if they're underdog on the road, +1, this and that. And I mean, they really go deep into it and stuff, and you don't even have to pay for it.
I might be reading it wrong or something, because I'll see something like hot streak 13 times in a row, and then I'll bet that. I'm like, I mean, how could I be the streak breaker?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
How that happens, because there's 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. You bet on it and it doesn't win, whatever. But it gets to that point where it's so many. That's why if you do if they have 5 out of 5, go 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Bet on the next one, whatever. Yeah, because there's a lot of times where that happens. You're like, clearly they're going to win again. They have just 15 times in a row.
Yeah, just
16?
one more.
Nope.
I just need one more.
Travel and Leisure named a new #1 U.S. city to visit for the first time in 12 years. So there was a city that held the title for over a decade. I can tell you that. It was Charleston, South Carolina.
All right.
For over a decade, Travel and Leisure said this is the #1 U.S. city. If you're coming from anywhere, or even if you're in U.S., you want to visit Charleston, South Carolina. But now...
Anybody ever been there?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Sorry.
I think I don't know.
I've driven through it.
I don't know. It was the #1 city I've ever been.
Yeah.
Now, new #1. Any guesses?
Clearwater, Florida.
No.
Sarasota.
No. It is not in Florida.
Oh, damn it.
Give us
Dallas.
Austin, Texas.
Close.
give us a direction. So it's southeast.
Yeah.
It's in Texas.
It's not in Texas.
Oh.
It's close.
Ooh.
New Orleans, Louisiana.
No.
Not really close to Texas.
It's kind of close. It's closer than Florida.
Sure.
It is. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
New Mexico's a dump. I've been through there.
They say it
What's wrong with meth is?
No,
took
yeah.
down Charleston, South Carolina. Now it is Santa Fe, New Mexico, #1 U.S. city to visit.
I've been to New Mexico. I drove through the entire state of New Mexico. It is a dump.
Yeah.
Isn't that where Walter White was?
Breaking Bad, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah, it's a dump.
People driving Pontiacs. Get out of here.
Yeah. No, don't go to New Mexico. It sucks.
By the way, that always annoyed me that he drove that Pontiac Aztec.
Why?
Because it's
It was
such
perfect.
a garbage car.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Like, he's supposed to be a smart guy. You would
Right.
think he...
It's practical.
but
He's
he was
practical.
And he was broke, too. Broke teacher.
Yeah.
broke teacher, supposed to be smart guy. You would think he's a Consumer Report kind of guy. He would know that that's a garbage car.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to
but if you for value for the money.
get a Honda.
Yeah, but likes to buy American.
Pontiac. Pontiac.
Well,
Yeah.
it turned out he wasn't such a good guy anyway.
No.
I didn't even know they made Pontiacs.
This is my first car was a Grand Am.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that car.
Yeah, first car.
Hand me down.
First car, you're not going out and paying money and, picking exactly what you want. You're like,
I'll take it.
Yeah, is it
Yeah.
4 tires? All
Yeah.
right. Does it stop occasionally?
I gotta tell you though, I love that car.
yeah.
I loved it even when
What was it? Pontiac
Grand Am.
Grand Am?
And the driver's seat was broken. It didn't go. It went all the way back, so I had to put a box behind me so I can lean on the box.
Mm-hmm.
Then the windshield wipers stopped working. The only way they would work is if I held the button in to squirt the water. That would be the only way that it would work. So if it rained, I had to drive a stick shift while holding the button.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it was bad. The day that I found out, I went to a junkyard and found out that they had Pontiac seats, and I went, I can replace my seat, so I don't have to sit back. And the guy goes, yeah, and I go, how much is it? And he's like, we can put it in for like $50. Oh, dude, I was like, I got a new car. And it was unbelievable. I had 2 seats that moved.
You know what's so funny is I was thinking about that the other day. Did you have any friends that used to put the speaker in the cardboard boxes in the back?
In the trunk? Yeah. Oh yeah.
In the cardboard box. Or what were the speakers that everybody had, the TR7s or whatever that you could just like plug in and put back there?
I never listened to the radio loud.
I remember everybody having speaker boxes too, like
custom built speaker boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, you never listened to
not that loud. Like because I listened to like hair metal music at that time.
Yeah.
But I never really. I'm driving. I don't like it too loud. And then I listen to a lot of talk radio, so I'm not blasting that.
Oh, I love having loud. Like when I got that Corvette, the first thing I did was get a custom stereo built in with the speaker. Yeah. Oh, just blasting.
Too loud.
And it was so funny too because I felt that was a '77 Corvette, and I felt like I couldn't listen to anything that was after like 88. You know what I mean? Like it was all like Foreigner and Zeppelin and all that, just rocking it with the T-tops off. Yeah, it was great. A 59-year-old man in California tried to help an injured bear on the side of the road. Guess what happened? It immediately mauled him.
No.
He was treated at the hospital for multiple injuries to his arm.
Idiot.
I get it. Like you want to try and help. You know, sometimes you see these bears with like a bucket on their head or something, but it's like once that bucket comes off.
Right.
So, did you see the video? I don't know if it's new or not. It looks like it's newer. It's this girl, and she's saying, "Can I pet that dog?" No, I'm just kidding. It's these people there at a picnic, and a bear comes onto the table.
Is it the one where the guy's standing by the gate and opens the gate?
No. They're just sitting at like a picnic table, and a baby bear climbs on top of the table, and they just sit still. And the bear's eating all their food.
Oh no!
Just walks right through them, just starts eating all their plates, and jumps off the table and goes over in the corner. And the family of the kid, a lady and a kid and a husband who's filming, and they just sit really still while the bear is eating their food. I'd be crapping my pants.
Yeah,
there's no way I'd be able to sit still. I'd at least get up and get out of there.
Well, there's supposedly certain rules of different. You know, if it's brown, get on the ground or something. Yeah. I don't know what the different things are, but. Yeah, I don't know whether you want to stay still and hope that it just does the food or slowly move away. But if you slowly move away, it sees movement and goes, "Oh, you're probably food too."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. But if it's a baby bear, it can still do a lot of damage. But I think I would be like, I'm getting out of here.
Yes, like I felt like they could push that baby bear away if they had to get away.
Also, maybe the father doesn't film the stuff while his family.
I mean, the family sat still, and the bear ate all the food, and the father, I assume it's the father, just kept filming the whole thing.
Dude, some of the bear videos from like Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
There's one where it's downtown Gatlinburg, and the bear walks right into the candy shop.
I saw that.
Starts eating the candy off the wall.
What do you do?
I don't even know.
Oh.
There are two different bear videos. One, it's a little baby cub, and it's absolutely adorable, and they have it on a talk show. You know, like a local talk show, whatever, and the lady's holding it, and the bear just goes chomp on her face. It's a bear. It's still a bear. Like, I get that it's adorable and everything.
That's why whenever anybody wants to bring animals in here, I'm always like, yeah, what if today's the day? That
right.
Like, I'm gonna bite that fat
and then
guy.
the other one is the lady that's wearing like a blue dress with pearls and stuff.
Classic.
And the giant bear. And she's sitting next to it like this. And the bear just goes, "Hey, what's up?" And just wails on her.
Yeah.
That's
But
internet classic.
Right, but then you see the video of the bear that comes in the house, and the lady's like, "Shoo, shoo," and shut the door.
Yeah.
And the bear backs up, shuts the door, and you're like, "Oh yeah, she's a Disney princess."
Yeah, she could talk to bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. You never know. I mean, there's, obviously that crazy bear guy that was out there with him and wound up getting eaten and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I remember watching this, I think it was a show where the guy had bears like at his cabin, and he'd be out there rolling around with them and stuff, and they'd come up onto the stairs, and he goes, "Not today, Charlie," or whatever, and he'd go, "Oh," like that, and he'd kind of push its nose and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, crazy.
That bear documentary, man, the Grizzly
Man, yeah.
When I mean, we were obsessed with that for a little while because you watched it, and then the end and hearing the when the bears attacked them and not being able to see it, and all that, you're like, "Oh, I want to see it so bad."
Yeah,
I think was what was the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio where the bears
Revenant.
Revenant, yeah, the bear tears him up.
Yeah.
Well, this guy got attacked by the bear, him and his girlfriend, and they had it on video, they had it on audio, and it existed. The footage existed, and they said they destroyed it so that nobody could see it. And I remember searching everywhere on the web trying to find it, and it was nowhere.
Would you rather fight a bear or alligator?
Alligator.
Where is the alligator? You're in the water?
You're on land.
Alligator on land.
You're in this room, and there you can go and come in here with a bear or an alligator.
Alligator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because alligator is a little bit more awkward trying to get you.
Right.
Where I could kind of, it's not going to end great, whatever. But
you can hold its mouth closed.
Bear, man. If a bear wants you, bears are fast. Bears are agile.
I think they're smarter too.
Swiping, doing all that stuff. Yeah. Where I think an alligator is just leave me alone. If you get near me, I'm gonna get you. Whatever. Bear is like, you look like food.
Yeah.
You know.
If I was outside and a bear came out while I was walking my dogs, I would just be like, later. There's no way. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Whereas the alligator's right there, and you don't even care.
Yeah. No way. Both of them, my dogs are going.
But also, alligator in the water.
You're done.
Oh, that's totally
pulls you right in.
That's totally different.
You have no leverage. You have nothing. Bear on land, terrible too. They're both terrible. Bear on land, terrible. Alligator water, terrible. Alligator on land, I'm choosing over bear on land.
There is the video where the bear gets in the hot tub.
Yeah,
that's pretty
good.
At the mountain cabin.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'll fight the bear in the hot tub.
You'll fight the bear.
Yeah.
It sounded like you said something else.
I did?
No, it sounded like you said you'd use the other F word.
No,
on the bear.
I said I'd fight the bear.
I know. I just
tub.
wanted to clarify. Yeah.
I saw a video of like a group of bears getting into somebody's pool, and the first one gets in, and it's just filthy immediately.
Yeah.
Those bears are so. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
They're never cleaning themselves or doing anything. It gets in the pool, and you just see this big brown ring, and you're like, oh man.
Speaking of brown rings, I saw a thing the other day. Would you ever go in a cage and swim with sharks?
No.
My wife is dying to do that.
Oh, dying is the key word.
Are you pushing
Nope.
that? Have
No,
you signed
no.
her up for this?
No, but I don't want to do it. You want to laugh, is I actually bought it for her for Christmas one year at the aquarium. The aquarium here in Tampa, they had a thing at a charity auction where you can go and feed the sharks.
What
in the
kind of
tank.
shark in there?
Not a great white.
Shark's a shark, man.
Tiger shark, maybe?
No, that's not true.
Yeah. I mean, there's little nerve
Still-
sharks and stuff, but
Still don't want to do it.
Right.
Any kind of shark, whatever.
Well, she was like, will you come with me? And I said, no. And she said, well, I don't want to go alone. I said, well, I'm not going to do it. And she never did it.
has she watched the shark cage in Jaws?
Well, listen, let's not talk her out of it. She made some
But I was just talking about this the other day about skydiving. I don't want to go skydiving. I'm not afraid to go skydiving. If you die skydiving, people go, you're an
should've
idiot.
jumped out of the
Yeah,
plane.
exactly.
I agree with that.
Well, this was worse. I watched a video the other day of some guys in a cage, and this giant great white comes up by them like to inspect it. And when he turns, he just craps. You ever see a shark crap? Just a big cloud of green and brown smoke, and you're stuck in it. And you're stuck in it. The shark just drove by and pooped on it. It was great.
Show your wife that.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to do that.
A new poll found that the happiest hourly job you can have is working in a weed or vape store. 92% of workers feel good or amazing about their job. Hourly workers at pharmacies rank last.
Yeah, because they're using the products.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it's not like there's a lot of you don't have to be out there selling and doing stuff. People are coming in, they want the weed, they want vape. You don't have to try and upsell them or anything. You're like,
I told my son he should go work there, but you got to be 20 or 21 to work in one of those stores. Yeah, I mean, look, it's definitely the industry of the future. I mean, I know so many people who I never in a million years thought would do any weed or smoke any pot that take some sort of medication or some sort of medical marijuana somehow.
There is HBO Max has all the 90-Day Fiancés on there, like all the different seasons and stuff. So we'll just put it on every once in a while, whatever season. And there is a season we're watching right now where there is a kid who, I say kid, he's 20-something, whatever, has a Russian chick and she wants to be a model and she's clearly with him for his money. Like she told him, he goes, so you're just with me because I can buy you stuff? And she goes, yes. Like that. Like she is such a bitch, but she's honest. Whatever. And like anything he says, she just rolls her eyes and stuff, and she wants to be a model and da-da-da. But I was like, what is this kid doing? What has he got going on?
Yeah, why does he have so much money?
He is a part owner of a weed place, whatever. So yeah, he has like a really nice car and nice watch and all this stuff, and he's buying her presents and stuff. And yeah, she's just totally there.
Do you like that lifestyle? Like to be like he's got to like being the bitch.
Oh, he's miserable. That's what I said too.
He's gotta like that.
He's miserable. They're not married yet, and she's bossing him around, and then she wants to do a photo shoot, and so he sets it up, and she comes out, and she's just wearing lingerie, and he's like, that's not cool, you know, and blah, 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 and this and that and everything, and then just sits there, and I go to my wife, I go, it's not going to get better.
No.
He's a cuck.
It's 100%.
He likes to be cucked.
Does he? Yeah, I guess. He likes to be miserable.
He likes.
Or he just thinks like he can't get anybody else.
Well,
But
he
he
said
got
that.
her.
He said that though. He goes,
Right.
in America, for me to get a girl that looks like you would never happen.
What's he look like?
Austin.
Yeah,
Not bad. It's just kind of
average dude.
You know.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, whether you taken from a guy who's made sweet love to both pretty and ugly girls, it feels the same. You know, I don't know what, you know.
Yeah, but I think everybody wants to be somebody they're attracted to.
For sure,
and-
but you don't have to go for a supermodel.
Oh no! And she, to be honest with you, she's not a supermodel. She got a banging body, but her face is a little. She's like 21 or 22, and she's already got fake lips. And
But
Oh,
I
yeah.
also think the allure of like someone from a different country is they're going to be more submissive.
yeah,
Not
You
in
don't
this case.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. You don't expect that. You think, hey, I have money. I'm coming to save you. Now they're gonna do what I tell them to.
you think
but
you think you have the upper hand because
Right.
at any point you could be like, well, it's not how they do it in Russia. You can go back over there,
Right,
You know,
that's what I'm saying. So why didn't he flex that a little bit?
because he's a pussy.
Oh, he needs a friend.
Yeah, and he seems like he wants to be.
Cucked out.
Yeah. But just like bossed around and be miserable. And,
Yeah.
you know, if he was in a happy relationship, he'd probably be like, oh, this is no fun.
I can almost guarantee he has mommy issues.
Mm.
You know? I mean, I'm just
Could
saying
be, sure.
most men like that, they had some type of woman in their life,
Right.
you know, that they had problems with or were like that. You know what I mean? And that's just what they're used to with women.
I like a certain
So-
level. I like it. You know, I like that my wife is not an idiot. I like that she's got her own career. I like that she, does the bills. I don't want her to be living in a cloud of not knowing I don't know where the money comes from or I like her being in charge a little bit, but I like that we have her like a
Your role.
50-50. Yeah. You know, I wouldn't want it. I don't know. I could never understand that lifestyle. I'm not against it. And people like what they like and do what they do, but it just weirds me out.
By the way, don't think that I already haven't found her OnlyFans. Yeah, because I was like,
Are
well,
they still together?
I don't know if they're still together or not, but she definitely has an OnlyFans, and I'm sure if they are still together, he's miserable about it.
She
Yeah.
made him join.
Yeah, and of course, his sister is like, clearly she's only here for your money
Right.
and for this and that. And he's like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, she's telling him, I'm only here for your money. A guy killed himself in a brutal way.
Okay.
Like if you were like, I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to pour honey on myself and go out in the woods and have a bear eat me, that'd be pretty bad.
Right.
This, I think, might be worse. A guy offed himself in Italy by running out onto the tarmac at an airport and jumping into a plane engine.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
yeah, it's over.
It
it's
is over. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no, we can save him.
Yeah.
I mean, wood chipper is the only thing that's even close or
I mean,
next
that's
level.
pretty close. But see, I would be worried that the jet engine, because it has that suction, it'll pull you in. I'd be worried that jet engine would stall halfway through.
Yeah, but it's a jet engine.
I know,
And
I know,
the
but I'm
RPMs
saying-
of that, you know what I mean? Think about that, and it just going. Yeah, it's not built for that. Like
Right.
a wood chipper's built for heavy logs and big
Yeah.
things to be able to and really do it.
I mean, a bird will take down a jet.
right.
Yeah.
So I'd be worried that I'd jump in and I'd go, and I'd be stuck in there
halfway through.
halfway through.
Oh,
Half my head mangled, the rest of me just sticking out of the bottom.
That'd
What
be
a
the
way.
worst.
Yeah.
That's like the guys that were listening to Judas Priest and the one shot himself in the face,
Yep.
but he didn't kill himself.
Yeah.
So now he's just a loser
Heads out to here.
yeah, that's puffed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about if you're on that flight and they're like, somebody just jumped into the thing? I go, okay, is he dead? Let's just go.
Yeah.
Because why do I have to be late to my connection because this moron wanted to jump into the flight.
Just give that engine some gas and get him out of there.
Let's go.
Put on the afterburner.
Spit him out. Yeah, exactly. Cremate the rest of them and let's go.
Can you just hose that off? Like
that's what I would think.
Yeah, run some water
bones
out.
out.
You'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Jeez.
There is Mattel has released its first Barbie doll with type 1 diabetes. She comes with an insulin pump and a glucose monitor. Pap has it up on Bo TV. I sent it to your guys' phone. You can take a look. By the way, type 1 diabetes, I guess you're born with, or type 2 is where if you are eating bad or overweight.
So when are they coming out with that? Fat Barbie.
I don't know, but that's what I was thinking was, she definitely doesn't look like type 2 diabetes, so she's type 1. But she comes with the insulin pump and the glucose monitor and all that type of stuff.
So I remember when I was a kid, Toys R Us used to send out this mailer in the newspaper, and I would go through it in July, August, whenever, and I would circle all the things I wanted for Christmas, none of which I'd ever get. But I'd look through all of the thing. It was a nice color magazine of what they had at Toys R Us, and then they'd get to the dolls, and they'd have a black doll and a white doll. And I remember going to my mother and going, "Why do they have a black Barbie?" And my mother said, "Do you think maybe black girls want to play with a black Barbie?" And I went, "Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense." I mean, I was young. I was probably like 6 or 7 years old.
Yeah.
And that actually made sense to me. Does a kid with type 1 diabetes want to play with a type 1 diabetes Barbie? I mean, I guess you relate to the black and white thing, but I mean,
if you're dealing with that, it's a way to normalize it. If you're a kid,
because I saw a thing where there was a female soccer player who was missing her arm, and she had like nub at the elbow, whatever. The little girl was there with the nub elbow, and they touched.
Yeah, I saw that.
And she was so happy to see a girl out there playing soccer that had one arm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it's ridiculous. It's hard for me to relate.
Yeah.
I also if I was going to collect a doll, I wouldn't want a doll that looked like me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you had something,
maybe.
You know what I mean?
What about Down syndrome Barbie? Do they have that?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think they do actually.
By the way, I am blown away that there are people on social media that put a filter on to look like they have Down syndrome.
Yeah.
Or girls that are pretending like they have a wiener, or people that are pretending to be autistic, or people like there's so many things that people are pretend to have Tourette's. There's people that pretend they have Tourette's.
Yeah,
for more
they
views.
want attention.
Yeah.
I saw a place in Holland. I think it was Holland the other day. It's a cafe run by people with Down syndrome called Brownies and Downies.
Is that real?
I think so. I don't know.
Shane Gillis' family owns a coffee place that is all people with Down syndrome.
Oh, really?
For real, because he has an uncle that has Down syndrome and stuff. And he goes, "It's going exactly how you think it would." He goes, "Everybody's getting apple juice." It's so funny.
Oh, he's great.
He goes, it's so funny because they're all like, "I hate it here. I don't want to work here." This is terrible.
That's great.
Yeah, it says it's a real chain of restaurants in the Netherlands.
Brownies and Downies?
Yeah. Not just one place, it's a chain.
Listen.
Yeah. Well, go check out Shane Gillis's coffee shop where you get apple juice. Yelp ranked the best chicken sandwich chains in America. So out of all the different restaurants, the chain restaurants and stuff, the best chicken sandwich, what would you say were ranked? Maybe not necessarily your opinion or what you think is number one, or what your opinion is if you've had a good chicken sandwich from wherever. What do you think?
Chick-fil-A.
I would imagine they're going to say Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A comes in number one.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A is number one. By the way, what do they have on top of this Chick-fil-A? Is that like some sort of pimento and cheese thing, or is that some sort of...
They have a bunch of different ones.
I don't know. This one has like looks like pickles on the bottom, then it has a thing, and then it has like a thing on top that looks like some sort of... I don't know. It looks like pimento and cheese, but it looks good. I've only had Chick-fil-A, I think, like twice in my entire life.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I just know that's not a place that I ever stop.
I feel like it's highly overrated.
Is it?
Yeah.
I know the best thing about Chick-fil-A is their speedy drive-through service. They figured it out.
Amazing.
Yeah, I also am not a fan. I don't like the way their nuggets taste. I don't, and not knocking it. It's not for me. I do enjoy PDQ, but nothing has been better than Huey Magoo's.
Yeah.
Huey Magoo's is great.
I will say Chick-fil-A's reward system, if you order on their app and stuff, is really good. Chad has got like a free chicken sandwich for the last week.
Of course, Abs guys eat just fried chicken sandwiches every day.
Yeah, with bacon and cheese and Chick-fil-A sauce. But so I have to listen. I'm the one in the car sitting there eating grilled nuggets with him. Like, okay, this is fun.
Which turns out aren't that great for you. Do you know that?
Not as bad as you say they are.
No, they're not bad. They're not bad at all.
They're processed, packed with soda.
But I don't mean that. They soak them in orange juice. That's the thing. So they're filled with sugar. That's the thing that I didn't know about. Because I'm like thinking I'm going to be eating healthy and get the grilled nuggets. Meanwhile, might as well eat the fried ones at that point.
Bad.
You know? All right, fine. Give me the fried ones.
According to Yelp, the top chicken sandwich chains, Chick-fil-A #1. Dave's Hot Chicken #2. Has anybody had that? I've never even had it.
I have. I didn't really like it.
No. #3 is Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers sandwich that they have.
Again, highly overrated.
Yeah. What about Steak Shack? Or Shake Shack.
I haven't had the chicken sandwich from there.
No.
But their burgers are greasy AF.
Yeah, but good.
Good greasy or?
I like them.
I didn't like it. It was too much grease for me.
I did go to that Guy Fieri chicken guy place.
Oh, yeah?
It was pretty good.
I saw a guy post a video where he was yelling at Guy and he goes, "Are you kidding me? $15 for this piece?" Like he was so mad that the chicken sandwich apparently wasn't that great.
Side note, I posted a story over the weekend, and I went to go see F1 in Sarasota this weekend, and I went to a Cinebistro by myself, and I bought a soda, and I bought a Diet Coke, and it was $7.80, and then I tipped her $1, so I basically paid $9 for a Diet Coke, and I took a picture of it, and I put it in my Instagram stories, and I tagged the Cinebistro movie theater chain, and they wrote back to me yesterday, and they said, "Sorry we missed your story," because I guess it came up that there was something they couldn't see it. I go, "No problem. Here's what you missed. I was explaining to the world that I paid $9 for a Diet Coke, and I took a picture of it and sent it to them, and they wrote back that was a mistake, that they said that's a mistake, and that if I come to the theater, they will give me free tickets to a movie."
Oh, somebody you think overcharging you on purpose?
I wonder if it's I don't know, Calvin.
They see you coming, man.
Yeah, maybe.
They see you coming.
Yeah.
I mean, and you tipped on top of it.
I mean, you know the way I dress. I don't look like a guy who's got money. I'm not wearing any watches or anything. You know?
Just look like a dope that would. Okay.
Nailed it.
No, but I wonder if she, I say she, he, whatever the person, it's $1.50 or whatever it is, $2.75, and they're like, "How much do you think I could charge this guy?"
I mean,
and then they just
here
pocket
was
the
my
rest.
problem. She rang it up, and I went, "Did you just say $8 for a Diet Coke?" And what am I going to say?
Yeah.
And then I was going to go, $8 for a Diet Coke, and then I was going to have her go, "Oh, there's free refills," and I went, "All right, but I don't know if I could drink $8 worth of soda in 2 hours."
But I just went to AMC, and I think it was almost
$2, $3.
No, it was like almost $8 for
a soda.
Yeah, for a large one.
That's insane.
It was $7 and change.
That's insane.
And then the popcorn was another like $10. So it was like 20. I just went to AMC and I got a large popcorn, a large drink, and it was like $18.
Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy insane. But they were willing to give me. They said it was a mistake, and they were willing to give me free tickets to a movie. I said, "Thanks, but I'm not mad at you." I said, "I'm the idiot who paid it, so I'm not mad at you."
You can't even go see Superman.
I can't. I'm not going to Sarasota to
See if you can get in there. Say,
"Oh
hey,
yeah, you guys get
me
me into Superman tonight." I'll go. There's got to be somebody who can get me into Superman tonight.
Talk to Olivero.
I did. I've been asking him for
nothing?
weeks. For weeks, I've been saying, "Come on, there's got to be a Superman premiere."
I can't wait until tomorrow morning when you see Corey Cardinal doing live shots.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Or CM Powell, right?
I think
Sam Powell is that
TM Powell, yeah.
CM?
TM.
TM?
Yeah.
CM? TM?
I think he is seeing it tonight.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's probably a
Like a press screening.
theater. Yeah, that's when I want to get in.
Yeah.
Come on, CM Powell.
That's
I like
too
Sam
early.
Powell.
You can be
Sam Powell.
Plus
Sam
one.
Powell. Some of the other popular chicken places, Popeyes, obviously. Habit Burger and Grill. I don't know where that is. Do we have one of those
If
around
somebody can get me in Superman tonight, I'll buy you a $7 Diet Coke.
Oh,
Yep, on me.
McDonald's snack wrap. Chicken sandwich, the chicken snack wrap. No good. Zaxby's. There was
too many chickens places.
There was a Zaxby's that opened by my house, and it was open for like a month and closed.
Closed.
Yeah, that's wild.
I like Zaxby's.
They're all right.
To this day, the most amazing thing ever in the world was that Wow Burger or whatever it was. Remember, they brought us in food. It was on Dale Mabry. They built this big place, painted it green, did all this stuff, whatever. It was open for 4 days and closed out. Now it's Culver's.
Yeah.
But it was good.
Yeah,
like, I remember when they brought us food.
It was decent. It was decent. I don't know what the deal was, but Culver's moved right there. They said, thanks for building us the building.
Yeah.
It was
Culver's
wild.
came in and took over, man.
Yeah.
Culver's was like, we'll put one here, and then we'll put two, and then next thing you know, there's Culver's everywhere.
It's pretty good. My brother, his friend, owns a few of them. And he said it is so hard for him to find people to work there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
just you got to have good service.
But just people just don't want to work.
Yeah,
you know, it's wild. Mark your calendars. Sean Diddy Combs finally has a sentencing date for his prostitution conviction in his federal criminal trial. Diddy's sentencing is October 3rd. It is the same day that the judge originally proposed last week when Diddy was convicted on 2 charges of transporting male prostitutes for sex.
Diddy gets out of jail, okay, and he goes free. But now he's gay Diddy.
Lean into it?
Well, bye Diddy, because he still likes girls.
Yeah, but he's gay Diddy. He's gay
Does he
Diddy.
lean into that, though?
He's the gay John Gotti. I don't know. I mean, he should.
How much do people pay to go to a Diddy party now?
Oh, I don't think you ever have any more Diddy parties.
No.
I think you absolutely have Diddy parties. You're not doing what you were doing, but you have.
I think
You
he
like
stays
promote,
away.
like
You
brand
exactly.
promote it.
You
and
promote
like,
it, yes.
Yeah, you turned it in because it used to be this big thing, right?
Right,
that everyone went to, and now you just play on that where it's
I know, but if you as a woman, if I said to you, hey, Carmen, you want to go to this Diddy party with me, you'd feel safe going to a Diddy party?
not me, but
Well,
there
no.
are women out there
There
that
are-
just want the attention and
There are women that are going to
Or-
Chris Brown concerts and letting him crawl all over them and do his stuff and take pictures, and they spend
Choke
$500 to
Yeah.
get choked.
Yeah.
But Chris
All
Brown,
right.
you know what I mean? In a picture, like to say that you went to a Diddy party, a lot of people would pay for
Carmen, you and Chad could both bang Diddy.
I do not want
There's
to.
your threesome you've always wanted.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
that. Put
Thank
on the
you.
VR goggles.
Diddy's
baby
coming.
oil.
You're talking about the Superman movie. Director James Gunn take on his new Superman movie appears to be kryptonite to conservatives after he described the iconic comic book character as an immigrant.
No, that was his brother. It was his brother. I saw the interview. It was his brother. James Gunn's brother Sean is in all of his movies.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah, and he gave the interview and he said Superman was an immigrant and that we love immigrants and all that stuff. I was going to bring this up if you didn't say that. Yeah,
This article says director James Gunn, take on Superman.
yeah. I watched it yesterday on the news. I mean, I don't know if that's wrong or if maybe James Gunn also said something, but it was his brother Sean. That was the one that was saying on the red carpet about how Superman was an immigrant, came here from another place, and that they loved all the immigrants they had working on the movie. And what they were saying is that this was going to have the same effect that it had on Snow White, where if they keep saying things like this, people are going to end up rejecting the movie.
Yeah, because Fox News, the Five in a segment featured, they said super woke. He said we don't want to go to a movie theater to be lectured and have somebody throw their ideology on us. I wonder if it's going to be successful. That was Kellyanne Conway said that.
Yeah,
Thi-
I
this is
actually
saying-
watched it on Fox News.
This is saying it was James Gunn too.
Really?
He said that this Superman is a story of America, an immigrant who came from the places and populated a country.
Yeah.
That's his.
But
quote.
here's the thing, is he's wrong. He's an alien.
Yeah,
He's an alien.
illegally. He's here illegally.
Yeah.
This is true.
He's an illegal alien. That's facts.
Yeah.
People love to be pissed off. It's recreational outrage. People love to be upset about something.
But also, I would say he's an idiot. He's
Yeah.
an idiot for saying that. He's an idiot for saying that at this time. He did it on purpose.
Of course.
To do that, whatever. But you're gonna piss people off. Well, you're gonna piss people off, and then they're not
Yeah.
gonna go see the movie.
But
They're
I
gonna
think
boycott.
I think he made this movie for the people who would not be pissed off by it.
Right.
I think there's the majority of people are young people, and they're blue collar workers,
and that's fine for I'm a director and I'm an artsy guy, but the people that put up the money are like, shut up, idiot.
Oh yeah, the people put up the money, but the people who are going to see the movie are the people who are blue collar workers.
Yeah, but what's the whole purpose of a movie now? It's no longer art; it's to make money.
Sure,
you know. So
this movie's got to make a ton of money in order to be successful. Yeah, I think they said
like 700 million.
Yeah,
yeah, just to be successful. Yeah, but also
people want to be outraged. Though.
Also, he's wrong. Superman's an alien.
I don't want to be outraged.
A lot of people do. Though.
I know, but I don't. I just want everybody to leave me alone.
Like people love to have a reason to pretend they're upset, or it's recreational outrage.
Do you know? I watch these videos. If I walked out of my house, I guess maybe because I've seen so many of the videos, not in my house, but I walk out of the post office and some guy's out there videoing. You know what I do? I go, hey, "How's it going?" And I just keep walking.
Yeah.
And my day has not changed at all. I don't care. The people who involve themselves in things that they have no reason being involved in.
This is good news as far as movies go. The Devil Wears Prada 2 has added some more people to its cast.
All right, tell me who, and I'll tell you if we're in the right track. We got to have Meryl Streep, we got to have Stanley Tucci, and we got to have the other broad.
Hathaway.
So I don't know about that, but these are other people that are going to be in the cast.
If they're not in the movie, I'm not going.
But we had talked about before, and I think
Hathaway goes to work for another bridal magazine.
Well, that was the book.
Yeah, there's a book that's a sequel that's out there.
Right. And she wants to buy the magazine or something like that. Anyway, go ahead.
So they have added Lucy Liu.
All right, not mad at that.
Right, because she can play good, bitchy, and she's hot and everything. Justin Theroux.
Okay, he's great.
BJ Novak.
All right.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
Sister. His sister Pauline.
Okay.
I didn't even know he had a sister. So Pauline Chalamet is in the cast.
Chalamet.
Chalamet. So there you go. I have no idea when it's going to come out or when it's happening, but they're working on it.
The plot will focus on Miranda Priestley navigating the decline of traditional magazine publishing while facing off against her former assistant Emily Charlton, who is now a successful advertising executive. The plot centers on Miranda's struggle for relevance and advertising dollars, with Emily holding the key to her success in the new media landscape.
Emily wasn't an account executive. She was a writer. So she did not follow her dreams.
Well, it says she's an ad executive now.
Oh, interesting.
So it's magazines are dying.
Right.
Social media.
Emily wasn't the writer. Emily is the redhead.
Oh, Emily's you're right.
The assistant.
Yeah,
she just wanted to grow. She just wanted to go to Paris. That was her whole thing.
So it's her now?
That's what it says.
I don't like that.
According to this, that's just on Google.
Nope.
And it shows that act, the redhead and Streep.
Oh.
It says the sequel acknowledges
Is
the
it
changing...
Emily Blunt?
No.
Who was the red? I'm trying to think.
Who is Krasinski's wife?
Emily Blunt.
Yeah, it's Emily Blunt. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sorry, I just didn't know.
I was reading their character name.
Is it James Gunn?
So I was watching Fox News last night, and they brought that whole thing up, and they showed the actual interview where he said it, and it was Sean Gunn. It was not James. So maybe James also said something, and that was on the 5 earlier in the day. I just happened to catch it last night, and that's why I was gonna bring it up to you today. Well, who knows?
How about this? Is it fat fingers or something going on?
Okay.
Katie Holmes apparently liked a post about Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas alleged love affair, and people think she was lurking and accidentally. Whoops.
Well, maybe she could just like it.
What's up?
Good for him.
Yeah, good for Tom. We're done, and now let's move on. By the way, Katie Holmes was hot, not hot. It happened real fast.
I mean, she got old. She became a mother, a wife, a divorcee, all like in the same month.
She was also like 40 with braces, right?
Yeah. She had baby face, but she was not a baby.
Well, she no longer has that cruise money.
Yeah,
she has money, but
I bet you she got a lot of money.
But it's not cruise money. You know what I mean?
It's pretty close because she's got kids with him.
Yeah, but
she's looking rough.
No, but I'm pretty sure he's known for his prenups. like having really strict prenups.
Yeah, but
and stuff.
they have kids, so the kids gotta be.
Yeah.
She was on one of the seasons of Ray Donovan, and I hadn't seen her for a while, and then she came on there, and I went, "Whoa!"
Like, with kids, her lifestyle stays the same.
Right, because the kids got to have the same lifestyle as if you live with the father. So,
Yeah.
But the kid's grown up now. Kind of.
Sure.
Yeah.
she's got to be like what, 20 years old?
Teenager at least.
Yeah, I mean, she's got to be as old as my kids, right?
Says Katie Holmes worth $15 million.
Yeah.
Katie Holmes, Surrey. Look up Surrey
yeah.
Cruise and see what she's worth. That kid's got to be worth a couple $100 million.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, as far as Katie Holmes, and I'm sure whatever Scientology is giving them to stay, whatever Tom Cruise is taking,
She's
Katie
19 now.
she can't take it. She can't afford it anymore.
She's 19 and looks like young Katie Holmes.
Not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise kind of look like each other.
Says she's worth about $6 million.
Surrey?
Yeah, on her own, probably not including her dad's money.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll take $6 million at 19 years old. Whew. Why can't my parents be rich?
She looks
Yeah.
exactly like young Katie
Yeah.
Holmes.
I thought for a second
That's
I'd
wild.
Googled the wrong picture.
Yeah, that's bananas.
I don't know. I just hope Tom finds love. That's all I care about.
Tom deserves to be happy.
Tom deserves to be happy. He gave us Maverick.
Yeah.
Well, that
The
girl,
world.
that Ana Diarmas or whatever,
Diarmas.
Diarmas, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the new Mission Impossible?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was good.
The new Mission Impossible?
Yeah.
I saw it before it came out.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Yeah. I stayed awake for the whole thing. Just like F1. I did not off at F1 once.
I don't believe
I
that.
know, I swear to God. I saw
He
that
doesn't
whole
know. He's
sucky
by
movie.
himself.
Yeah, it's just no way to verify.
I wouldn't lie to you. I would
Yeah,
tell
But
you.
you don't know whether you nodded off.
Yeah.
I can tell you the whole movie.
You missed the whole plot thing, and then you're
No.
like, "This is stupid."
Yeah, it makes no sense. How come they're at the race already?
Why was Han Solo in it? Good news, guys. You can everybody calm down. Max is back to being HBO Max as of today.
Oh,
I was so
thank God.
confused.
Yeah. Secret? I always called it HBO Max.
But they change it like every 2 years, right? Like
I
this is
don't
like
know.
the third name.
Well, they did
Or
the
they-
streaming because it was streaming. They wanted to call it Max to be different from HBO because they wanted you to have HBO and have Max. But now they're just calling it HBO.
I just go put on the HBO thing.
Yeah. That's,
Remember when hotels would advertise free HBO? Like,
Yeah.
out on the
Yeah.
street?
Yeah.
Like that was the big
Ooh.
draw was you had free HBO in the
Yeah.
hotel room.
sometimes free. What was it? Spectra or
Yeah.
some other channel, whatever, and you're like,
Air
it's not
conditioning
HBO.
and color
Yeah.
television.
Yeah, there
Free
you go.
HBO.
Vibrating beds. Oh, the good,
Anybody
the
ever
good
watch
hotels.
Anybody ever watch that documentary about the hotel that had the peeper in there?
No.
The-
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I forget what it
He's
was
Had
called.
it set up in the
Had it all
the
set
attic.
up in the attic
Yeah.
and different where he had peepholes and he'd
Oh,
video
wow.
and do all kind of stuff.
Whoa.
And it was just like a roadside motel, probably had 20, 25 rooms, whatever. And he'd just be creeping around looking.
Jeez.
Yeah. What are you doing? Stopping for the night? Let me check it out. In the 2 years since he was laid off by ESPN, Max Kellerman has largely avoided the spotlight, but that has changed thanks to Dana White announcing that the former First Take host would be part of the broadcast team for the upcoming Canelo Alvarez-Terrence Crawford boxing match. White made the announcement during a press conference in New York City to promote the big fight that is happening. It'll stream on Netflix on Saturday, September 13th. The match will headline the first card put together by the boxing promotion born out of Saudi Arabia's partnership with TKO, which recently confirmed that its official name will be Zuffa Boxing.
I don't like Max Kellerman.
Oh, I love Max.
Yeah,
Kellerman.
I like him. He's good.
I don't like him. I'm not saying he's bad at what he does. We had him on the show one time and he was a dick. And he was like, I was like, well, being a boxing guy, he goes, I'm not a boxing guy, I'm a sports guy. I'm like, you're the boxing guy. You're the fighting guy. I mean, that's what you're pretty much known for.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just didn't like him as a person. So I not that it's bad. It just doesn't make a difference to me if he's there or not.
He's great. I loved him. I loved HBO boxing. And when that went away, I was like, oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
That's going away. By the way, Jim Lampley is on with Rogan. I was listening to that. You better be a boxing fan if you want to listen to that. That is literally all they talk.
Boring, yeah.
Oh, I loved it. But yeah, if you're not a boxing fan, you're going to be like, Jesus.
A real deep dive.
real deep dive. Yeah, for sure. But it was interesting if you're a boxing fan, for sure. And I'm looking forward to that fight. Max Kellerman, I love. Also in the Rocky Balboa, when he goes, Rocky just said hi to me. He's so excited. Who would be a good person to voice Garfield? You had Bill Murray did it before.
Yeah.
Who's somebody? I'll tell you, it's a pretty famous actor, very hot right now. Has been hot for a few years.
Seth Rogen would be good.
Seth Rogen. It's not Seth Rogen.
Somebody who's gravelly,
lazy sounding.
Yeah. Josh Gad.
Josh Gad. Not him. This person was lazy and kind of a schlub, and then got into really good shape, and then stars in movies and stuff.
Oh, is Jonah Hill?
No. Got into way better shape. Chris Pratt.
Yeah, he gets everything.
He does.
Chris
get
Pratt,
everything.
when he was on Parks and Rec, Andy, he was just kind of a schlub and this, that. Then he worked out, and now he's.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm kind of Chris Pratted out.
Yeah.
He's in everything.
I got to tell you that Meta glasses commercial with him and Thor. That's so annoying. I'm just like, ugh.
I'm tired of Chris Pratt, and I'm tired of Pedro Pascal. That's why I think Fantastic Four is going to suck.
Pedro Pascal's in everything.
Yeah, just
all
too
the
much.
time.
And he's good.
I thought you loved him.
I used to, but he's
Yeah.
in everything now.
He's too overused.
Yeah, he's in The Last of Us. He's Mandalorian. He's Game of Thrones. Now he's Fantastic Four.
I didn't get swooped up in the Pedro Pascal thing. I was like, to me, he looks and presents nothing like Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know.
He doesn't like. I thought that Jim from The Office was much better.
Yeah, it's hard to gather a lot from the trailers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But if you're gonna get a Reed Richards, somebody that fits the comic book Reed Richards, I don't see that happening. I don't see Pedro Pascal.
He
but
seems
whatever.
like in the trailer, based on the trailers, he seems like kind of a pussy.
Yeah,
like
well, all he does is stretch.
Yeah,
I don't really.
Not really.
He's not exactly Superman.
He's a like super smart scientist.
Oh, that's
as well.
next week that comes out, the 18th.
I was gonna say, when does that come out?
The
Because you've been
18th.
seeing the thing. Is that gonna go over? Is it gonna be a flop?
It's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it'll be huge.
Huh?
Marvel needs that to be really big.
They say that that their opening is a lot like Superman. Like the people who bought pre-sale tickets already, it's already huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a new show that I think we're going to be interested in. It's premiering on A&E called Lie Detector: Truth or Deception, where a former FBI agent named George Olivo gives people polygraph tests. On the first episode, it puts Gary Coleman's ex-wife Shannon Price on the hot seat and asks her questions about the fall that led to Gary's death back in 2010. She didn't do well. When the FBI guy asked Sharon if she physically caused Gary's fall, she said no. She failed with deception. A couple other questions were inconclusive about stuff that she was involved in. Obviously, Shannon doesn't agree with the results. She says, quote, "We were extremely disappointed with the overall experience of both the polygraph testing and dealing with A&E from the beginning. It was apparent that they cared more about ratings than finding the truth."
We did polygraph in the studio one time, given to us by the Hillsborough County Sheriff's polygraph person.
Yeah.
And it was hard to lie to it. It really picked up a lot.
I got to tell you, the whole polygraph thing, like if something happened and they said, let's just say some accident happened, somebody died, you were there, would you take a polygraph?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, I don't know. What do you mean?
I wouldn't.
No.
No, they have.
It's
to,
just like
they have to have a
doing-
reason.
Right. And it's just like doing the roadside stuff.
you're just
like
giving-
if you get pulled over.
But you
Like,
automatically look guilty if you say no.
But
No.
here's the thing. A couple things about it is you can't use them in court.
You can use some of them in court. No, so you're saying would I do it if they called me and said you were at the scene, we needed to take a polygraph? Would I do it to? Yeah, I mean, my lawyer says don't do it.
I don't trust the
probably
machine.
don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Right.
Because it can only make me look bad.
Also, just so you know, and they do this every time, whether you pass with flying colors or not. I don't think I've ever seen anybody fail this bad.
Yeah.
They can lie right to your face and tell you that, and then you go, "Well, I mean, I was there, but you know, they do that all the time." I would not take it, even if I was completely innocent. If you're because they're not accurate. They're not accurate.
I don't know, dude. We had the one in the studio was pretty accurate. I was trying to fool it, and I would answer on purpose wrong, and we'd set a bar for what was real and what wasn't real, and they were showing you how it worked. You got to wear that heart monitor across your chest, and then the breathing thing. I mean, it picks up every change, and it doesn't say, oh, you're lying. What it picks up is the change in your breath and your heart rate at the same time, and all those indicators indicate that you're not telling the truth. But at the same time, if I was at the scene of an accident, having nothing to do with the cause of the accident, I may just be excited about it when I'm telling it. It may cause my heart to race and my breath to, get elevated, and you come across looking like a liar. Even though you're
now
not.
you're in
So
jail.
it makes sense to stay away from
See
it.
you in 15 to 20.
Right.
I was trying to help. Finally, in news, Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne's final gig raised nearly $200 million for charity. Yeah. When the band first announced their larger-than-life farewell gig, they revealed that all the proceeds from the show would be donated to different charities, split equally between Cure Parkinson's, Birmingham Children's Hospital,
And Motley Crue.
and Acom Children's Hospice. So they raised over $200 million for charity.
Good for them.
I know she's looked like this for a while, but are we just ignoring that Sharon looks like an alien?
No, it's wild.
But she's been getting plastic surgery for 30 years,
I mean,
40 years.
But nobody says nothing.
Well, what
like,
are you going to say? Look at Ozzy. He's no prize.
Yeah, but still, like I was seeing she was like doing some interviews after the thing, and man, her face is tough to look at.
It's funny. Go look at her from like 81 or something.
Yeah.
Where she just looks like a house mom.
Right.
She just looks like a little fat house mom,
Well, even because I saw a clip on YouTube, and they were sitting down, and it was like Jack, Ozzy, they were watching the first episode of the Osbournes and like commenting on it and talking about Bloods, and she looks just in crazy difference in her face.
I might start watching that again.
Oh, it's great. It still holds up.
It was great.
Yeah.
Which Kelly looked a little bit better like last time I saw her, but for a while she looked like a bulldog. I mean, she did.
She looked good.
I mean, she really
Yeah.
did. She had the chin, and she was like thick and.
But man, she is tough to look at.
So here is something that I thought. Whether we want to do this or not, we can kind of put it to a vote and see whether this is something we want to do. Make it interesting for the death pool. Who has Ozzy for the death pool? Do I have him this year?
I have him.
You have him? Are you positive, Carmen?
Yes.
Okay, so Carmen
call
has
shot.
him. Carmen has him. So Carmen obviously gets points when he dies. But do we want to do a pick the exact date Ozzy dies this year and get some sort of bonus
I don't
points?
think Ozzy dies this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I think he
Yeah,
dies.
I
You
don't
do?
think so.
I don't think Ozzy. I think Ozzy's got like 3 more years left.
I think Ozzy's going to be dead within the week.
Yeah.
I watched him singing "Mama, I'm Coming Home," and it was sad.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah.
But also the thing is, we have thought Ozzy was going to die for years now. He's been picked for the last like 10 death pools.
I know, but now he has nothing left to live for. Like he still had the hope of doing this, and now this was, guys hasn't been out of his house in 6 years.
The final goodbye.
Final goodbye. Nothing else on the horizon. What else are you gonna do? You're in double time in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice.
Yeah.
You did your final thing, your final show with Black Sabbath. There is nothing. Your kids are grown. They're out of the house. You got an alien witch for a wife. You know what I mean? Like he's done.
What if he works on new music?
He's checking out. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, once you're never going back to the stage, that's it.
But I feel like he probably thought that if he hasn't left his house in 6 years, I think that was probably already in his mind.
But this is it. This is real
Yeah.
now. It is real because it's done and it's over.
And it's
I don't
like-
know. That's what I think. Who knows? He may live for another 20 years. I don't know.
We got to get it. We got to get this show now because he's
Right.
only got 6 months to live.
Right. Yeah. We can wheel him out in the big throne. In 2 more years, we're gonna have to wheel him out in a bed or have him just like hanging over the.
Wouldn't it be great if Ozzy would? Nah, I shouldn't say it like that. Wouldn't it have been something if Ozzy would have killed himself?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been wild.
Truly went out like Ozzy.
But also, Ozzy isn't scary. Like
No.
it's the whole "I'm the Prince of Darkness."
The
Like,
Osbournes changed all that, really.
100%.
Yeah.
Like he used to be a lunatic, and you heard the stories about he'd throw a poodle out into the crowd, and until they killed it, he wouldn't start playing. And then he'd have everybody spit in a cup, and he'd drink it, and all that stuff. Which listen, he did some wild stuff.
Yeah.
He did the urine and snorting ants and doing all that stuff with Motley
And
Crue.
the bat thing.
The bat, which he didn't know was a real
Right.
bat. I thought it was a plastic bat.
But then when you get to the Osbournes, you find out he's just goofy house dad.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
which is probably what they're going for, but
Who
still.
can barely hear what anybody's saying.
I think I just talked about this recently. I brought it up that I was watching him on what's that guy's name that was on after Letterman? Tom Snyder. Tom Snyder. Tom Snyder had Ozzy on one time, or maybe it was the guy from NBC, Costas, one of those shows, and they were talking to Ozzy. This is before the Osbournes, and they were talking about him being scary, and they go like, "What's the scariest thing?" And he's like, "Oh, the scariest thing was Jack. When Jack was little, Jack came running to him, and Kelly came running to him and said, Jack got hurt. Jack got hurt. He cut his face, you know." And he said, and my son had a scrape on his face from here to here. And I go, "What are you? It's not a big deal. It's just a scratch." And then when Jack went to talk, he opened his mouth and his whole cheek opened up. Ozzy said that was the scariest he's ever been, the most scared he's ever been in his life. And I thought, but that was the first time. It was before the Osbournes. It was the first time I ever saw Ozzy as a father.
Just
you know what I mean? Just
normal,
talking.
yeah.
He was talking normal, and he said, "I've never been more scared in my life than when that happened." And I was like, "Oh, he's just a father."
Well, the clip that they were watching from the first season was Ozzy trying to figure out how to use the remote for the TV.
Those are the
and
best.
he's yelling for
Jack,
Jack,
yeah.
and he's like, "Why can't I just have a goddamn TV that works?" And he's just like sitting there just trying to watch TV, and he can't get it to work because he's got this super expensive TV.
Oh, that show is so great, man.
Yeah, it's
who
good.
who would be like the next? Who else's family would you want to watch?
But that's it. They've been trying to capture that ever
Yeah.
since Osbournes was on. It's just, you know.
Gene Simmons had one with his kids that was garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was too fake. That was what, you know, they did the Osbournes. They threw in a couple of things to make them do, but it was for mostly just watching bumbling Ozzy.
Right.
That was great.
It was a drug addict that was totally scrambled from years of doing drugs.
And he's Family Man.
And he's known to be like the Prince of Darkness type thing, whatever. Yeah, that whole thing, whatever. Now let's check out his family, you know, and see what it's like.
I don't think you can you can only catch that one
that
time.
was lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
somebody was a genius.
Oh yeah.
Somebody
for
had to
sure.
convince them to do that too.
Right.
You know?
Could you imagine them after filming the first thing? You can't even understand what he's saying.
Yeah, this is
Nobody's
never gonna work.
watch this.
Yeah.
It's just some old guy stumbling around and yelling for his wife.
It holds up. Go back and watch it. They're all on YouTube.
I remember I asked John Bon Jovi. I go, "Hey," I interviewed him around that time. I go, "You know him? Are you by any chance watching the Osbournes?" And he just goes, "Sharon."
Yeah.
Of course I am.
It was huge, man.
My brother had a regular bar before the strip club and stuff, and we did watch parties there.
Yeah.
And people, I mean, it was packed just to watch a TV show.
When did the Osbournes first debut? First season.
All right, don't say it. Let's think.
Let's see. I was still up there, so
I was on 1010. That was 90.
You want to feel old? Oof.
it came out in 99.
2001.
You're both kind of close. March 5th, 2002 was when the first episode aired. 2002.
yeah.
Carmen, what were you, 2?
In 2002, no, I was 11.
Oh, really? You're,
wow.
Oh, man, you're getting old.
Old, yeah.
It is. Maybe you shouldn't do the paddling.
You're gonna hurt your back.
I'm still younger than you. So.
Let Monica do it.
Way younger than her, or what?
Way,
I'm
you
kidding.
say.
I'm kidding.
Well, there you go. That is it for news.
Carmen, I'm excited to be out there
Yes,
for our Bone Bash weekend.
I am too. I think the beach bash is gonna be a lot of fun
Me
because
too.
of us.
I just checked the schedule. I'm ready to roll.
You know what?
I am only concerned about the late night hootenanny. The rest of it should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. The rest of it, we should be okay.
Well, good news. You have an acoustic bass.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, Josh is running by Dean, so he's going to pick you up.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
This is legit now.
He said he was going to get me a djembe. I don't even know what that
Jumbe,
is.
the big round thing?
I don't know.
Maybe it's a guy named Jim.
Oh, man.
It's Michael Bay's brother, Jim.
Galvin is doing
It's like a little it's like one of the little conga drum things.
Djembe demonstration.
Oh, get out.
Saturday night. Oh, yeah. You wear it on, you hold it, you put your arms
yeah.
through the thing.
You see the they had like the drum circles on Clearwater Beach, and the guys are
Yep.
Yeah.
I can see Galvin doing that.
Well, good luck, Djembe.
No thanks.
The Jimbei player has a brand new open letter. We're going to do that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. What else?
We have a little bit of a problem.
What's wrong?
My computer, my mouse is not working, and I can't scroll to see my open letter.
Oh.
I mean, I have it done.
You're going to have to wing it.
No.
Wing it. You can wing it. We can wing it. You can do it.
Will the arrow cursors let it move?
Let me see.
Or that doesn't have a touchpad on it?
Oh, yeah. But it's not even...
Use 2 fingers. Oh, that's mad.
It's not even showing the arrow anywhere.
Oh, boy.
You know what I mean?
Can you restart it? Restart the computer?
Oh, I don't have the save, though.
Oh.
You try pull the mouse out and put it back in?
I did, yeah, but it's not even red. Like, it's not even showing the thing.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Did the battery die inside the mouse?
Is there a battery in there?
No, not if you're plugging it
Okay.
No, come on, Joe.
in. Joe,
Hey, man,
you're
I'm just throwing it out there.
Hotmail.
Why are you trying to help?
He hotmailed it.
I guess.
Oh. What are you and Dizzy doing this weekend?
I don't know. I'm sure something.
You guys are best friends now.
Yeah.
New Spanish.
Yeah.
How long before Dizzy's on Sad Weirdos?
Oh, I hope that does not happen. I mean,
Do you think Spanish would ever come back on the show?
No.
no.
None of you?
No.
No.
Not to work here, but I mean like
No.
to visit or I mean he still works at the station. So we do have like a relationship. We're not to the point where we're like, although the more stuff we hear, the more it's been getting pretty bad around here. But Carmen,
What
you
have
haven't
you
even-
guys heard?
Oh, should I just say it?
No.
Sure.
I mean, if he's putting it out there, right? Like,
Is he?
did you hear it from?
A pretty reliable source.
Okay,
A
but
pretty
not
re-
from Sad Weirdos.
No. All I know is Sad Weirdos. All I know of Sad Weirdos is that they creep up in my YouTube feed every once in a while, like the shorts. So I
Right.
watched one the other day because again, I'd like to point out I don't hate Spanish and I don't hate Shark or anything like that. And they're still doing their show here on the station, and I respect that. Well, I don't really respect it, but you know what I'm saying. Like I let them do their own thing. And I don't mean I don't respect them. I just don't. I don't like the show. I think it's stupid, and I think that the idea
It's
that
not
those
for
two
you.
losers are trying to teach people stuff. Well, I mean, they're two guys who've done nothing,
Yeah.
and trying to get. And but one of them is a complete and absolute mess, and the other one is I don't know.
They haven't done. I mean, Shark has not done nothing.
What has he done?
What do you mean?
What,
He ran 97X for like 20 years.
and where is that?
Oh yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't say he hasn't done nothing.
But I didn't really mean in business.
I thought you meant like career wise.
No, I meant like for what the kind of stuff that they deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like the mental stuff. Like he's not a mental health counselor. He's not a therapist. He's not,
Right,
he's got
degrees.
like who is he to give advice to anybody? But I guess he's not really there to give advice. He's there to discuss. That's why this really has none of my business.
Yeah, but I think they kind of sell it like that. That's the whole vibe.
But then why do
Right.
it? Then you just got whiny guys. They just call the show whiny guys.
I feel like the idea is just to have discussions and talk
for
about
God-
things.
And like the more you hear, like for a man, the more you hear other guys talking about their problems, it may make you feel
Right.
more at ease to talk about your problems.
Like, hey, these guys are talking about it. I could talk about it too.
But I feel
Right.
like correct
just
me
trying
if
to
I'm wrong.
normalize it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the correct way to do that is to do what we do. I talk about I have talked about everything from the fact that I take Lexapro to weight loss surgery to fighting with my wife to wanting to kill my wife to struggles with raising children, depression, anxiety. Like I have panic attacks. I've discussed everything in my life on the air.
But not into detail. You know
Well,
what I mean?
I don't
Like,
want to bore everybody, which is what it becomes, a big boring wine fest.
but that's how you feel.
Yes.
There's some guys out there that need to hear the details to go into their psyche to like
Which
look
is
into,
why I'm not like that show shouldn't be on. It's like it is what it is.
Yeah,
I guess there's an audience for it.
I think if you're in that headspace, you're seeking that out.
right.
Yeah. It just baffles me that the guy who I think is suffering the most from mental issues is the one out there doing the show.
Right.
But maybe he's not. Maybe there's somebody else who's pent up all of their problems and history and just, and they don't know how to express it or they don't feel like they want to express it.
Yeah, but
And-
I think what Mike's point is nobody's taking batting advice from me. I've never played baseball.
Right.
I don't have no idea. Nobody's taking diet
worse
tips
than
from
that.
a fat guy.
It's worse than that. Nobody's
Right.
taking batting tips from a guy with one arm.
But are they giving tips or are they just talking about their problems?
Well, then that's just a big wine fest.
Right.
But
Ooh,
but like
sad about something.
but also I feel like their mindset is like if one guy hears their show and seeks out therapy or goes and talks to his wife about a problem that he hasn't been able to, in their mind,
Then it's worth it.
it's worth it.
Yeah.
If they just help one person,
You're also void of emotion.
yes.
I wouldn't say void, but it's certainly
Pretty close.
pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why that is.
I don't know.
Yeah, you talk about killing your wife very freely
Right.
and
Because,
in
I mean,
detail.
but let's be honest. The reason why I do that is because I'm obviously joking. There's no
wink.
Mm.
Why?
If she dies, she dies. But
Yeah.
I'm saying I don't want to kill her.
If she dies, she dies.
Right.
I'm just saying. I'm not gonna really kill her. That's the
Yeah.
joke. If she's to get swept away by a wave at the beach this week, what am I? I've been by myself this whole time, Carmen.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
They're
I'm
still
here.
at the beach?
They're at the beach until this weekend. I'm here
Oh.
just by myself.
Are
I
you
mean,
bored?
Joey's here, but Joey's not hanging out with me.
Right.
Yeah, I'm lonely. I laid in the big bed by myself yesterday. I was like,
Isn't it so weird? Like when someone's there and you want to be by yourself, you're like, I wish they just leave. And then they leave and you're like, oh man, now I wish they were here.
I mostly miss my daughter, but I feel like she doesn't want to hang out with me either. So,
Yeah,
Right.
those days are numbered.
yeah, oh no, it's over.
They're gone.
Yeah, they're gone. Everything Carmen said about my daughter happening in her life has already happened.
Dude, I told you, this age, it really happens overnight, man.
Yeah,
Like
she's
going
she's
seventh
with her
grade.
friends, and she's starting to wear like fancy clothing and straighten her hair, and it's becoming a nightmare for me. The other day, I had to yell at her because her butt was hanging out of the back of her shorts,
Yeah.
and my wife gave me, "That's how they all wear their shorts." I go, "Not my daughter."
Yeah.
That's all those words. Came out of my
I
mouth.
tell my wife to tell them.
That's what I try. I
'Cause
said to my
wanna
wife.
I don't want to make it uncomfortable. So I'll be like, I'll say to my wife, like, hey, you need to tell her that that's not appropriate.
But again, now you look back on like when we were in school, girls weren't allowed to wear tank tops, but boys were. So what are you saying? My shoulders are the problem? It's not the creepy guys that are staring at them. So why don't we teach boys and men not to be creeps? Where, you know what I mean? It's a very unfair. I'm just
Shoulders
saying.
is one thing, but when your ass cheeks are hanging out under your shorts, that's a problem.
Listen, I'm with you. I get it, but it basically has to start from scratch to build the foundation where the
Yeah,
foundation.
Save this for sad weirdos.
Yeah.
What? I'm just.
Listen,
You're the one who brought it
You
up.
so like shoulders, buddy.
I
We're
don't want
looking at
my-
girls' shoulders.
I can't have my daughter being a hussy.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
yeah. Listen, sometimes the sexy shoulder's not bad to look at.
Right, but if you're told from a young age growing up, oh, don't show this, don't show that, and then you get body complex and dysmorphia from it.
Is that what happened to you?
To me,
Yeah.
no, it's been years of you calling me fat one day, and the next day, oh, you look good, and then the next day, get on the scale, fatty, you're not allowed in here.
Wow.
And then 2 weeks later,
It was a very
oh,
small room at the time.
Yeah.
This is the original sad weirdos.
But yeah, it's just
Carmen,
been years of mental abuse.
What do you think has done more for society? Me making you get on a scale before you came in the studio, or sad weirdos? I've changed. I've changed society for the better.
I think those are about equal.
Wow.
Did nothing to nobody.
All right, so you want to hear the dirt?
Yeah.
So somebody that I know that knew Spanish very well during the time that he worked here said that he used to come home and complain about everything and about how he was treated here, and said he was, and you're going to hate this the most, because he said he does everything. He did everything. And they said, really? And they said, yeah. He said, who do you think writes Galvin's news? You think Galvin writes that? I write it.
No, he did not.
Yes. And for this person to say this to me the way they said it, they would have no idea how to make that up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, like they would have to say it.
Right.
I thought that is
Because everybody knows I write Galvin's news.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I said to Mike, I go, haven't you noticed I haven't had news for the last 7 months?
Yeah.
How did you learn how to do it since Spanish left?
Hey, do you have a mouse over there?
I do.
Can you see if I can plug it in, whether it'll work this? Because I'm not getting anything out of this thing.
All right.
And I was in a text Cernak, but I think I have to be connected, right?
Hold on.
or does it matter?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
to the network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming over.
Oh.
there you go. Sorry. So yeah, so that's why I always, because I'd love. Don't you think it would be? You want to talk about a therapy session? Wouldn't it be great? I would even let Shark and Spanish come on the show at the same time, and Shark could
Be a
mediate.
support.
He can mediate the whole conversation. Yeah, because I would want to say to him, "This is what I heard that you were saying this." But can I say the other thing that you said?
No.
But there are things like that I like to bring up that I've heard that he said and say, why would you say that? Like, what is the truth behind that? What did you think was the truth? And maybe that's why you're so angry.
But
Because you
again-
believe some of these things.
But this is the other thing you have to take it into account. We know Spanish. Will he ever own up to it? One, because that wasn't his forte. It usually took a little bit
Right.
to drag stuff out of him.
Right.
Or will it be, I was in a bad headspace, I was just ranting?
Mm.
Or will it be, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think.
There's
like,
ranting. They're saying Carmen was being really bitchy. That's ranting.
Right.
Saying what some of the things that Joe is saying to me is him making up stuff.
Right. But also in his head, it was one ranting, but also I don't think he'd ever be like, no, I know. Like if we ever got him, like had him on the show to talk about it, I don't think he'd ever own up to either saying it, one, or believing in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just, knowing him, he wasn't really good at
Whoa.
telling the truth up front. It usually took a little to get
I
it
love
that out
that
of
we
him.
don't want to call him a liar. We're like, he wasn't good at telling it wasn't
Yeah.
his forte to tell the truth. Yeah.
Gotta be careful. I don't know what we can and cannot say either. So
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
I mean, it's sad, but I'd like to
Yeah.
see it happen. I'd like to see it. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Good. What's happening?
Good, man. Good. A couple of things. How is it so bad on the weekends where two non-therapists are giving therapy lessons? That's number one. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
those two, because I've heard it, it's awful. I mean, awful.
yeah, look, I get it, but a lot of the weekend programming is awful. But I think that like Gio pointed out, they're not giving out therapy, they're not giving out advice, they're just sharing their stories and their situations.
Are they though? Do we
I
know?
don't know.
I don't know. I don't know because I don't listen. But does this guy
No,
listen?
I've heard it. No.
Do they give out advice?
No, I don't. I'm sorry, Galvin.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, Galvin. It's to interrupt you. But yes, no, you're right. I'm not saying all the time, but 10% of the time, I've heard it, just intermittently because my station is set to that. So if I get off work or whatever, and then I'm working on a Saturday, and I go in, and all of a sudden it's on. You know what I mean? And I'm like, and then I'm listening to it. And people will call in, and they'll say, "Well, you have to really believe in yourself. Your heart is everything." And I'm like, "Is he really giving advice? What is he doing?" I mean, I've never been to therapy, but is it kind of on the same lines of that?
I did hear
and the programming is so bad on the weekends.
I did hear Shark say, and I appreciate the call, sir. I did hear Shark say to a guy, "Hey, I'm not a therapist, but this is my opinion." So, it's responsible.
The idea is to get people to call up and just share their stories.
Right, which is so awkward to me. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mike, how you doing? This is Ben with Scoopy Poopy Doo.
What's up,
I don't
buddy?
know about you guys, but I'm super excited about the beach match. I'm super excited to see Mr. 30-year shoot from every angle on the pool table. I'm worth $1,000 to get up on the stage, roast with Johnny B.
Who is that? Is that
What?
Mo?
Mo.
I haven't been listening, but I hear there's great controversy about Mo doing stand-up or not doing stand-up. Yesterday, they were talking about it again.
Yeah, he said he had to stop from being with his lady just to get on the phone, just to be able to answer John Stenning's call about the roast between him and Johnny B.
Mm.
And he said he'll do it for $1,000 purse plus $1,000 to get up on the stage just to show up.
Yeah, Mo hasn't gotten paid $1,000 to do comedy ever in his life. I'm excited to be out there, sir. We'll see you out there, but there's no way.
Was
And
Mo
that's
saying
also-
something about being good at pool, or is he saying in the pool? Or?
I'm not really sure
I
what
think-
that was.
By the pool?
I think it's by the pool. And also, that's just Mo's way of getting out of it
Right.
because he knows no one is going to offer him $1,000 to do that.
Right. And Johnny B is a comedian, and Johnny B will do comedy wherever there's a microphone and wherever he's allowed to talk to people. And if that's 5 people or 500 people, if it's at a beach, if it's at a mall, if it's at a comedy club, if it's at an arena, Johnny B is ready to go.
And this is why I'm not doing anything. They can't afford me.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
You're
High
on the
price,
list.
yeah.
buddy. You're on the list.
I'm not on the
You
list.
are
You
on
are.
the list.
You're
Carmen
on
tells
there.
me I'm not on the
No,
list.
you're on the list.
It doesn't count.
Yeah.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Can't afford me.
Hey, what's up there? It's Medicine Man.
Oh.
You should call Sad Weirdos on Saturday.
Mm.
That'd be the best thing you could do. Galvin, where are we at on your
So nothing's working, and I can't even shut it down. I'm trying to do Control-Alt-Delete. Like, none of
Oh,
the
my
buttons
God.
are working.
Oh,
anything.
no.
I just text Cernak, but I'm also not on the network, so it's not like he can get on
Jump
there
on
and
your computer
do
there.
secret stuff. So I have no idea.
What is it, just a Word
Push and
document?
hold down the power button until it shuts down. All right.
Yeah, hold it on. Oh boy.
And it should like auto save.
Mm-mm.
Carmen, I got a new piece of equipment in the studio.
Oh, really?
I
For
got-
what?
So normally when I talk to Cody Tucker or anybody on the computer, I have to turn and look at the computer that they're on. So I bought a new monitor, and the monitor goes right below the camera. Can you see me now?
Yes.
Am I looking at the camera?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm not though.
Mhm.
I'm
Oh,
looking at the
okay.
monitor, and the monitor is right below the camera.
It does. When you're looking at the monitor, your eyes do look kind of close.
Right. But I mean, I
But
can
it's
do
not-
I can do this and look at the monitor and do both.
But
right?
before he was
Yeah.
turning his
Oh,
head,
he's
and it
turning-
doesn't
Right.
look
Right.
nearly as sexy.
right. Now
oh,
I can
that's
do
what
it.
you're trying.
I can give you a little of the eyebrow.
Right.
It's that side profile.
All
Yeah.
right.
You can see the back of the head.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So hopefully we get that fired up by tomorrow, so you can have my sexy straight on view.
I thought Joe hooked it up yesterday.
No.
No, I did not. Gio.
Wow.
Why'd you think that?
I saw you guys fiditzing over there.
You actually said the words were, "I will bring a flashlight in tomorrow, and we can do it tomorrow."
Mm-hmm.
Where's your flashlight?
I didn't bring it.
Oh.
You don't have a flashlight at your house?
No.
I do. I tried to hook it up yesterday, Joe, and I went back there and took all the wires apart and reset it up, and it's still
Joe.
not delivering to both. So I had to order that other piece.
Okay.
Gotcha. Joe, you know you have a flashlight on the phone Mike pays for,
Yeah.
right?
Oh.
Okay.
I'm aware.
Wow.
Thank
I
you,
got you.
Carmen.
Oh, okay.
Paid extra for that flashlight.
Do you know that today is not trash day,
No,
and there are no dogs here?
no dogs.
What did you do today?
Yeah, not much, Michael. I mean, I could just.
I will never make you full time.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you do video?
Well, I mean, it depends on how you look at it.
Let's take a break and see if we can get into the open letter when we come back.
My computer is restarting.
All right.
So
Oh,
let's
we're
see
back,
what happens.
baby.
We're
Well,
back,
I don't
baby.
know. I don't know.
Maybe a brand new open letter next on 102.5 The Bone. And congratulations again to Jeff, who for some reason thought it was smart to get engaged.
Hmm?
I don't know. I mean, she must be a wonderful lady.
Sure.
I mean,
Some people.
well, you don't hear about a guy wanting to kill his wife and then still decide maybe I need one of those.
Yeah.
You know?
But some people actually love their wives
Right,
and
right.
don't want to kill them.
Can I be
Surprisingly.
honest with you? I love my wife. I actually miss her that she's not here.
Mm.
Imagine if I killed her. What I would do? I mean,
my
I'd be so bored. I'd be
Don't
so
take
bored.
the polygraph.
No. In all seriousness, though, yeah, she's not back until Saturday.
Hmm.
So, ladies, I'm available. No,
For-
I'm
Wait.
kidding. I'm joking.
For what?
Yeah.
I'm just saying I got nothing to do until Saturday. Until somebody calls me and asks me to do something, and be like, "Oh, I'm so busy."
Yeah.
So what's going on? We've figured it out. We fixed it, ladies and gentlemen. I present to you a brand new open letter from Galvin.
And now, an open letter from Galvin.
This is an open letter to people that love to get involved. Dear people that love to get involved, seriously, you see it all the time. People that have nothing to do with the situation, butting in and sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. Sometimes it ends with absolutely no resolution. Sometimes it ends in a screaming match. And sometimes, just sometimes, it ends with my favorite, violence. Is there anything better than someone getting involved in something they have nothing to do with, only to get knocked out in front of everyone? You could easily just kept your mouth shut and kept walking. But now you're laying on the ground in pain, bleeding from your face, and some random dude is standing over you, videoing you with their phone, yelling, "You just got knocked the F out." Only later to post it to social media that video will now outlive civilization. Congratulations, idiot. I love people that want to get involved with stuff, but don't really want to get involved. Translation, they just want to argue with people because they think they know better, but don't actually want to do anything to ever help anyone. Yeah, all of a sudden, your Aunt Linda, who doesn't have custody of her own kids, is somehow through Facebook going to solve peace in the Middle East. Get over yourself, Linda. Mike has made reference to it a bunch of times on the show. One of the most powerful things I've ever learned in my life is the power of nope. It works in almost any situation, and it can save you save yourself a majority of the time. Hey, buddy, can you? Nope. I need gas money to get. Nope. I'm trying to get back to my family and tenant. Nope. Nope will save you time, money, and quite possibly your life. When you see kids fishing and you want to say something, just tell yourself, nope, and keep doing whatever you were doing. You see two people fighting, and you think, I should help, get involved. Hit yourself with a nice nope and keep on walking. If you see a guy running from the cops and you think, I'm going to be a hero and help stop him. Nope. But then again, Peter Parker said nope and then found his Uncle Ben dead on the street. So I guess just do whatever you do. I don't really care. I'm Galvin from the Mike Calta Show, and this has been an open letter to people that love to get involved.
So a couple of things. One is one time I was in Miami. I was working in downtown Miami, which is like your typical downtown anywhere. And people started screaming, and a guy started running. A guy snatched a woman's purse and was running down. And I go, okay. As he comes towards me, I'm going to bend down and just bang right into him.
Yeah.
I mean, he was running at me full speed. And I bent down, and I turned a little bit, and I went, nope.
Yeah.
For a second, I went, why would I do that? Who cares?
Yeah.
And I just went, whoop, and I just walked away and never found out what happened. The other thing, I was just talking about this yesterday. I don't know. Did I talk to you about it or because you brought it up? I live in an area that has a little bit of a lake between me and the golf course. It's more of a pond size, but it's an offshoot of something else. There's a little bridge in my backyard that goes over it. Every once in a while, I look out inside and I see some kid that isn't mine and isn't Connie, my neighbor's, fishing down by that lake. And I go out there and I say something to him every time. I either say, hey, did you catch anything? Or, hey, just be careful. There's alligators over here. Other than that, what would make you get mad at a little kid fishing?
It's amazing.
I've seen so many videos of people yelling at people who are fishing, or like especially little kids.
Little kids putting chalk on a sidewalk.
Yeah, that hose just hoses right off.
Yeah.
And most of the time it's in front of their own house.
Yeah.
Kids fishing to me is the most American thing. Just kids with a stick and a hook and just going down to the lake and seeing what kind of fun they can get into. There's like the cutest thing. And when people get mad at that, I don't understand that at all. What? Tell me.
Listen, the only thing I could think that would make like me mad or worried about that is, one, kids are dumb and they're messy. If they're leaving their bait and lines and hooks out on the ground,
okay,
and you have
then you have a
you
reason
have a dog,
to be annoyed.
Right, but it's like more of a concern. But obviously, I'm not gonna scream at a kid. I'm gonna keep my dog away from there.
If you're mostly concerned with your pet and that happening, then maybe go out there and go, hey kids, how's it going? Hey, just do me a favor, make sure you clean up all this stuff when you leave because I got my dogs out here.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's no reason if I look out and I see kids in the back fishing, I go, I hope they catch something. I can't. I don't. And I'm a jerk off. A lot of things I do, I'm like, why am I acting like a jerk off? I've done things where I've said, boy, you're being a real jerk off. I can't understand why that pisses people off.
I would agree. Leaving a mess would be the only thing I could think that would really be a problem.
Right. And that's a lesson that sometimes you need to teach a kid too.
That's being courteous. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes they're kids and kids do dumb things.
Yeah.
But say, hey guys, last time you were here, you left a big mess. Can you just make sure you take it with you? That's it. And you can talk to them and then teach the kids a lesson because sometimes kids don't know. Their parents may be dirtbags. They don't know.
Do you ever see the video of the lady? And I think I'm trying to remember it correctly, whatever, that the people had their dog off leash, but the dog was right with them and had like total recall where it's not doing anything.
Right.
And she's like, you have to have your dog on a leash. You have to have your dog on a leash. And they're like, the dog's fine. It's not going to do anything, whatever. And she's yelling at them and she's going to call the police. And then she runs out into traffic and calls the dog to try and get the dog
to go into traffic.
To go into traffic to get hit by a car and
what
be
do you
like,
care about so much?
Is that crazy?
That's psycho.
Yeah.
That's psycho.
That's
You
psychotic.
have mental problems and you're just trying to involve yourself in anything. If you feel so concerned that you have to say you have to have your dog on a leash, okay, then keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But trying to call a dog out into traffic.
I gave a guy money the other day for the first time in a long time.
Oh,
I know. Listen,
how's Raj doing?
Raj is doing great. So far so good. Yeah. I don't. No. He's doing his work. I was at a gas station. I pulled in the gas station and I could see the guy. He was just kind of stuck at the pump. He wasn't doing anything. He was kind of fiditzing over there. And I got my gas and I saw him like deciding on whether or not he was going to ask me. And then finally he just said, hey. And I said, all right, I know it's coming. So I gave him a couple of bucks. And he immediately went inside and paid for the gas and came out and pumped the gas. So I think, you know what I mean? I don't know. But I do know that one of two things happened. One, that I helped the guy who needed gas and got stuck that day. That made me feel good. Or this guy needed money for something so bad, even if that money was drugs, that he was willing to stand out here at the gas pump and act like he needed something. You know what I mean? Granted, I hope it wasn't the drug part, but if it was, it was. You know, I just felt bad. Like I felt like either way, his day got a little better.
Do you feel worse? If you gave him the money and he did need it for drugs and he got his drugs and then he went and stabbed and raped somebody?
Yes. I would feel awful.
Yeah, exactly.
I would feel awful.
Yeah, I mean, you never know.
You made me do this.
Well, I
fueled it. I fueled it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just nope. I mean, like as soon as you start talking to me, hey, is there nope.
Was your motivation for the open letter Nick Tarnasky, who used to play for the Lightning?
Bang!
Yeah,
so great.
That was it or no?
I don't know. I did see that, so maybe that was in my head. Yeah.
The golf fight that we put up on Instagram yesterday, that was happening on the golf course, where the drunk guy got in the guy's face, and the guy ended up being an ex-NHL player, Nick Tarnasky, who beat the snot out of him.
By the way, there's so many things about that video was unbelievable. The fact that guy saw Nick and saw his size and still continued, thought that, the guy was drunk out of his mind.
Yeah.
But a couple of things. The hockey move is such a good move.
Oh, yeah.
The grab the shirt, push away, pull back is a great move, especially if you have that size on him.
Right.
Because Nick had that size on him. He's taller and big, whatever. So the guy came at him. He pushed him back, held onto his shirt and pulled him in, and then was yelling bang while he hit him. Somebody on the comments wrote, yelling bang while you're punching someone is such a flex.
Yeah.
The guy kept coming back for more, though.
Unbelievable. And then his stupid friend was like, hey, leave him alone. And then Nick was like, you get out of here, too.
That last toss when he throws him is
the toss is great. I don't think that I tried to think about this yesterday. I don't think that I ever got into a fight drunk. Like where I was drunk fighting.
Yeah.
Like I think I would just be smart enough drunk to be like, no, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, especially the first time whenever he basically pushed him into the pond.
Yeah.
If a guy is that strong that he pushes me back 25 feet into a pond, I go, sorry, bro.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't go, all right, well, I'm going to get some more of this.
I'm soaking wet now. Let me go get another piece.
Yeah.
I can win this fight.
Yeah.
Like, once you get wet, you're done.
Yeah.
Right?
The fight is
that
over.
can be the rule.
It's a good rule of thumb. Wait, I'm in the pond and I'm soaking wet. I've lost this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Galvin and I almost got into a golf fight one time.
Yeah.
Like
With each
No,
other?
not with each other.
No.
Okay.
We're on the same team.
We were golfing in a charity golf tournament, and Galvin hit a ball further than he'd not hit a ball super far the whole day.
I said, I'm not going to go. And Mike goes, there's no way you're going to hit him. And I go, yeah, you're probably right. And then I crushed it.
No.
He didn't hit them, and he yelled 4, and then
It went
we
down by them, though.
and we waved it off like we were like, hey, sorry about that, whatever. And then they started hitting balls back at us.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
A lot of angry bros on the golf course.
So
Yeah.
many. So many.
Don't worry. We made such bitches out of them. Because everybody wants to fight from 300 yards away. But then when you drive over there and you're like, okay, what are we saying now? Then it becomes an entirely different story.
Like, I don't golf, but when I see that video, the guy getting, I feel like that's happening every day on every golf course.
Oh, yeah.
Just angry, drunk bros who are like, you know.
And you got angry, drunk bros. You got people that don't want anybody else out there and they think they own the golf course and they know all the rules and you're not following the rules. Yeah, just there's so many different things.
Grumpy old men, grumpy old ladies.
Yeah. It's not doing very well. Yeah. They're shooting, higher than they normally shoot, so they're mad at everyone.
Who was it? It was me, you,
Pete.
Pete?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, so you had a wall of guys.
Yeah.
So we drive over there, and one guy was wearing a hat, and I took his hat off and threw it on the ground. Just to be, because, we didn't want to fight, you know what I mean? But the best part about it all, do you remember how it ended? The best part about it all is they finally apologized, and they were like, all right, we're sorry, and then nobody wanted to fight, and they were like, okay. So I walked over there and got in the golf cart, and the guy goes, I'm sorry, dude. And I was like, okay, I get it.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, yeah, but you're in my golf cart. I went,
like you're going to take it.
I was going to steal their golf cart. I was like, all right, well, that's it. Yeah, it's mine now.
Yeah,
and I took your cart, bitch.
Yeah.
I am always amazed that the entire time that I've been on this station, I've been on this station a lot. I met in this market, but I've been on this station for 19 years.
Mm-hmm.
That no one from my past has ever called. Like one time, a guy called up. There's been two instances. One time, a guy called up and he said, "You were on stage at Livestock, and you got hit in the head with a lemon." He's like, "I threw that lemon," and I didn't believe him because I had previously talked about that story, and I think he just piggybacked off it. I don't believe it. There was no way to verify. One of the first times we did Under Oath, a guy called in and sneaky asked me if I was sleeping with his girlfriend back in the day, and I said yes, and I didn't know it was his girlfriend. He was like, "Hey, did you ever bang that chick?" I go, "Yeah." "Why do you ask?" He goes, "That was my girlfriend." I go, sorry. That kind of thing. But I'm surprised no girl that like Pete and I have had some wild. Like I'm trying to think how I could say this. Pete and I had a girl come over one time. Pete had her come over, and she ended up doing things, and it got crazy. And I'm surprised like somebody like that girl never calls in and says, "Yeah, one time I came over and you and your other fat buddy were doing things to me." You know what I mean? Like I'm just surprised it never came up. But then like today, I think about there was one time where I got my ass kicked by a bunch of hillbillies in Brandon outside the Gold Club. And those guys never call into the show like, "Hey, man, we listen to the show every day. One time we beat your ass outside the club." You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wonder, none of that repercussions ever come back on the air.
The funny thing is, the guys that we got into a fight that I started on the cruise about USA.
Yeah.
I used to run into them at least once a year.
Really?
Yeah, for like 7 years, they'd be like, "Hey, do you remember us? USA." And they'd start chanting at me. And every time I'd be like, "I'm so sorry about that." But even then, they're like, "No, man, his girlfriend was a total bitch. It was her fault." And I was like, "Exactly. USA."
Yeah, I'm just surprised nobody's ever like, "I'm going to call this bitch and tell him I beat his ass outside the Gold Club."
But chicks don't want to talk about that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, like sometimes we'll talk about stories about me and Pete, and so I'm surprised some chick doesn't call and go, "Hey, I was that girl," or whatever.
Yeah,
or I'm surprised the girl who made me the cookbook doesn't call in.
Now they're in their 50s. They've got kids and a family.
Right. Well, they don't have to say who they are.
They're not talking about their one night stands when they were 20 years old.
As they're dropping their kid off at school.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, I was Fat Linda, whatever her name is.
Right. Yeah.
Fat Lisa.
Fat Lisa.
Yeah. I met you guys on Ybor, and I went home and did a bunch of crazy stuff and never saw you again for 25 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like nobody that's,
Yeah.
It makes sense to me why women wouldn't call in.
Right. But
but like I don't know. I just think it's like
the dude stories of fights, but the women stories, like most of them probably have lives now. They're not, running around in their 20s having fun.
Or they suppressed that memory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
maybe it was a good memory, Carmen. Why do you got to say it like that?
I mean,
You don't know. Making me sweet love to me and Pete might be fantastic.
Remember when the two chubby guys took me home to the bar? That one night stand? That was great.
You know how much therapy she had to go
Right.
to try to forget that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I never get that. Like, I never get anybody call in and go, "I think about that, and that was the worst decision I ever made in my life, ever." Like, or the best decision. Or, "Hey, nobody thinks this would be good, but it was fantastic."
Hey, I was telling my husband that I banged that guy back in the 90s.
We did have a guy call in one time during Under Oath and asked that. He's like, I think you might have hooked up with my wife before we
Yeah.
before I was like, oh yeah.
Some girl calls in and says, "That was my 911. You twin towers."
Never forget.
I thought you meant Porsche at first. I was like, what are you talking about? Oh yeah. All right, yeah. Look, ladies, I don't blame you. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll play a game. We'll give some stuff away. Carmen said we had a lot of stuff this morning, including tickets to see Offspring this weekend. We'll do that when we come back with a little what? What can we play? I don't. We'll decide during the break.
Right.
We'll surprise you. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. All right, Carmen,
Yes.
let us play a little redneck bingo.
Okay.
What did he say that they spent $60,000 on?
Degrees they'll never use.
Oh, they don't sound like they have degrees. Yeah,
Well,
they're living at other times.
By the way,
Okay.
awful. Do
I mean,
you go in writing that song thinking that anybody's gonna want to listen to that garbage?
It's more folk country like that.
Yeah.
It's more like
Ugh.
I mean, I actually thought it was really good. Not that I want to listen to it, but it told the story. At least I felt like it was good.
It's easy listening.
But like, I don't want to listen to it.
It's also easy writing. It's like the same
Right.
song everybody's
Yeah.
ever written.
It's a typical country song, which
Yeah.
is why we play this game. I mean, that's just how it goes.
You
say
boo.
You say
Boo.
Speaking of poo, is anybody here from Ric Flair?
Oh no.
Yeah, he's doing better.
Yeah,
That's what I saw.
good.
He put some stuff on his social media. He was working out in the gym.
Oh,
I
man,
get-
right
yeah,
back
I-
in the gym already.
Yeah, I guess he's all good to go. I think it's skin cancer he's dealing with.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, too much tannin?
I imagine.
I don't know. Oh, I don't. What?
I just saw a video the other day and it said me trying to convince my friend to go to the casino with me, and it's Ric Flair with Shawn Michaels, and Ric Flair's just going, "Come on, come on, come on," and yelling in his face.
I can't. I wish I can go to the casino.
You
actually
can.
should. I can't.
Yeah,
I
solo
can't. The
trip to the
CFO.
casino.
CFO will never release the funds.
Oh,
Oh,
come on.
you ain't got funds tucked away somewhere?
yeah, I do.
Yeah, a
come
little
on.
hidden money.
A little here and
Yeah.
there.
Oh, you got to have a little money on the side.
All right, you convinced me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
What else are you gonna do? Sit
Go
here?
to Superman.
Oh, today?
I can't believe you didn't get me in Superman yet.
Me?
Yeah,
All right.
I don't know.
Talk to Sam Powell.
Carmen, how do I get in with Sam Powell to go see Superman?
I don't know. I thought Gio had that connection.
Colin Powell.
Call, get me Colin Powell on
Okay.
the phone.
I'll do it.
All right, we got to take a break. If you'd like to get through, I'll take some phone calls before we get out of here today. 800-771-1025. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Oh, man. Now, Caitlin Clark comes back tonight.
Yes. She's missed like 8 games.
I think I'm going to do that more than I am going to go to the Hard Rock. I'm going to put a bet on that game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
What do I bet on, Galvin?
You want to bet on her?
Yes.
I'm looking right now. Hold on.
See what the line is for her.
Okay.
I think it had her. I think it had her at 2.5 3-pointers, which is pretty low.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
low.
Because last time when she came
She
off
likes to
injury,
light it up.
she lit it up and then got hurt again.
2.5. That's great. That's easy.
Yeah, so
If that's what it is, I'm taking that.
she's definitely going to shoot more than that.
Her points are over 16.5. That's at minus 125. Her threes are 2.5. Over 2.5 is minus 135.
So what? What do I got to bet?
So if you were in there, her assists are 8.5, which she's pretty good, but you could always alt. Let's see. Do they have down or up on that?
Yeah,
So
I
if you
always,
did 7+, it's only minus 475.
I always go assists and 3-pointers made,
Okay.
and then I'll put like who's going to win.
All right. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know who's going to win.
Well, they're playing Golden State, which they lost to them last time. So
Oh. Well, I don't want to take that chance. I just want to bet on her. She's the solid bet.
Well, if you want to
I'm going
bet
to go
on her
over
Threes.
3.5 threes
over on assists.
and over on assists.
All right. And that would be plus 225.
So I
So
bet
if-
100.
You win 325.
All right. I'm going to do that.
Okay.
all right.
Oh, no. I don't like the way you said that.
Well,
I
listen,
too am going to do that.
I'm telling you right now that the WNBA is so unpredictable that it's wild. But that sounds like a decent bet for her.
Okay. All right. Now I'm nervous.
She's back, baby.
What was wrong with her?
Groin injury.
Oh, how? She doesn't have a wiener.
Well, I mean, there's still
What?
muscles there. Like, not wiener injury, it's groin.
She heard her doink.
I saw a video of her the other day, and she was signing a Funko Pop that I would assume of her that a little kid gave her. And I think there's something about her that's just that's weirdly attractive. I think it's because of her confidence. I think how girls find not good-looking guys who are really confident attractive. Mm-hmm. You don't think so at all?
I don't. And
it's
not. It's not something that she needs to be judged on or anything. She's
no,
a great basketball player,
I know. You just don't think she's attractive.
Yeah, I just don't find her attractive at all. Just, great ball player.
What about Sophie Cunningham?
Oh yeah, Sophie Cunningham.
Yeah. What about it?
Yeah.
Hot.
Bayou Barbie.
Bayou Barbie. I'll tell you the hottest one is what is her name? Oh man.
Gretchen Wieners.
She signed with Reebok. I want to say Porsche, but it's not Porsche. It's something like that though. Let me see.
No one knows.
Cameron Brink?
You could even say it wrong and nobody would know.
No. Dejanay Carrington. Dejanay Carrington.
And what'd you say, Porsche? Dejanay is not a real name.
It's a mustard.
Really?
The mustard.
Yeah.
By the way, look at her. Hold on. Let me show you.
Dejanay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It went off. But yeah.
She's where it's at.
Okay. All right. I like that. That's way sexier.
Yeah. Oh,
and then you mix in Dejanay on top of that.
Right.
Even better.
All right.
You see Angel Reese, she smacked the clipboard out of the coach's hand and everybody's all
out of the coach's hand?
Yeah, she was coming off the court and they go to hand her the clipboard, like a clipboard, I guess, to see the player. Something she smacks out of their hand.
She's got anger issues.
Yeah,
competitive.
All athletes do that.
Yeah,
I've seen Brady smash things on the sideline all the time.
The iPad and stuff.
Mm.
People are like, oh my gosh, she's horrible. She smacked. Like, come on.
I'm watching the LSU, the money game on Amazon right now. And it's all about the highest NIL athletes that were at LSU, Livy Dunn, Angel Reese, a couple other people. And they talk about that a lot, how like females get called, aggressive or bitchy, or they lose their temper. They look down upon when
when guys do it, it's competitive.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Brady grabs the iPad and smashes it on the sideline. Oh, it's so awesome. He's the GOAT.
Right.
She knocks a clipboard out of the coach's hand coming off the court. And
How dare she?
She's garbage.
What a bitch.
Yeah. Like, come on. They're competitors.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Yeah.
No. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Good morning, Mike. How you guys doing?
Good. What's up, buddy?
Question about one of your commercials. It's a local Chevrolet dealership in the area. I won't mention the names, but we kind of know who they are. And you advertise that they're going to eliminate or to buy the vehicle before tariffs set in. Well, last time I looked, isn't a Chevrolet made in the USA?
It doesn't matter. They still get tariffs are still applied to different things and different parts that come from other places and causes the prices to fluctuate.
Yeah, I could see that. Okay, that's all I wanted to
That was burning in your mind.
Yeah.
That was burning in your mind where you're like, I got to call and find out. Yeah, exactly.
See you later.
Exactly. What do they hope to get out of that? Like a gotcha moment?
A gotcha moment, yeah.
100%. Yeah.
I don't. What an idiot.
Yeah.
You're an idiot. You said that and you're wrong.
Liar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the commercial says nobody really knows what's going to happen with the tariffs. So before it kicks in, you might as well go do the right thing and go to the place that's got all the cars already here on the ground in stock and ready to go.
Maybe
that's all it tells you.
Maybe you have less money from groceries to spend on a car.
Yeah, the tariffs are affecting everything.
Yeah.
And it is a place that has no dealer fee, and that no dealer fee is helping you save what could be about $1,500 on a car, and that happens at Stingray Chevrolet. And if you've driven by the big store on I-4, exit 22 in Plant City, you have seen that they have, you could see it from the highway, they just have a whole lot filled with cars, and then they have another one behind it. And what they're saying is, we have them in stock, so rather than worry about the tariffs and all that other stuff, just come on by. But it was clearly burning a hole in that guy's heart that he was like, this will be my big in. This will be the way that I get to call into the show.
They'll probably give me the show.
Yeah, you can have it.
Maybe give me a car.
Yeah.
Is that Medicine Man calling on line 1 again?
Yes.
Why?
He really wants to talk to you.
He probably thinks that something's wrong with the phone.
Maybe he saw Superman. Hello. What do you need, Medicine Man?
Nothing. Why are you cutting me short so today?
I got other things to do. You're not the only one calling the show, you know.
I know. I went to a concert last night, not to see Hatebreed.
Oh, you did? I thought you were going to that.
Yeah.
No, it was too late.
Where was it? At the Orpheum?
Janice.
Yeah, Janice.
Oh, Janice.
No, Janice Live.
And how did you get there? And who got you the ticket?
A friend named Matt.
He bought you the ticket, or he drove?
He drove me there. Somebody gave me a ticket down there anyway.
Somebody just gave you a ticket.
Yeah, a lot of people had extra tickets down there.
What?
It didn't sell out. There was maybe about 700.
Oh.
Yeah, but how did you get your ticket?
Medicine Man.
Somebody gave it to me.
Like how? They walked up to you, or you just walked around and go?
Yeah, exactly. I have an extra ticket. You need it? He just gave it to me. I was at the roll call. Yeah.
Hilarious. That is so hilarious.
Have you been to the Medicine
it's so
Man?
Hilarious. It just happens. I have magic. And this guy Matt, he's a retired Coast Guard guy. He owns a yellow Corvette. We drove down in it.
Just you and Matt in the yellow Corvette.
Yeah.
Two bros.
Convertible.
Two bros.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Gio?
I was saying, have you been to the Medicine Man Facebook page lately?
No, I left it.
He is celebrated there like a god, a legend.
Well, good. I'm not against that. I think that's great. I'm also glad that he got the ticket for free.
Everybody describes him as local legend, and they post their pictures, and they can't believe they got to see him.
I believe the group is called Medicine Man, Myth, Legend.
Yeah, I mean, he is really celebrated over there.
You have a lot to live up to, Medicine Man. There's a lot of people counting on you.
I know. I got over 2,300 members on that thing too.
I know. Have you figured out a way to turn that into money yet?
I gotta have somebody show me how to do that.
Yeah, well, ask Matt.
I need Matt to just show me. He's a computer freak too.
Yeah. All right. Well, is this good? Did we talk long enough now for you to be happy?
Yeah, I know.
Hey, are you going to see Superman this week?
Oh, hell yeah. I'm going to see Superman the first day it comes out.
Which is when?
It could be today. It could be tomorrow. If they have an advanced screen, I'll go.
Yeah. Maybe I count on
It
him.
wasn't in Oldmore.
All right. Well, if you get in today, let me know. I'd like to go see it today. Thank you. Thank
And
you, Medicine Man.
if I go there, I'll probably eat at Mandela's Italian in the kitchen, too.
All right. Good. Thank you, Medicine Man.
Okay.
Okay.
Legend.
Goodbye now.
All right.
Bye. All right. We rock.
We rock. Yeah. All right. There you go. Oh, he's happy now.
Yeah.
He got a full phone call.
Would you go to the movies with Medicine Man if he had the advanced screening for
100%.
tonight?
100%.
In a yellow Corvette.
In a yellow Corvette. Me, him, and Matt.
You got to pick him up, though.
No.
No? You got to pick
Can I
him
just
up.
meet him there?
He needs a ride. And he's got advanced screening tickets.
I'll wait till tomorrow. I'll wait till tomorrow. My father texted me. He said he'll go. He'll go tomorrow. At least I don't have to look like a loser. in
All
theater alone.
the reviews came out yesterday, and they're all pretty positive.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, I think that I'm going to come back in here and be like, it was great. It wasn't for me, but it was great. It's like a kid's movie.
A lot of the reviews I'm reading compared it to the second Spider-Man, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, where it's not as dark and serious. It's more comic book and,
No, Sam Raimi was a dark one, wasn't it?
No. It was Sam Raimi.
He was a Tobey Maguire
Tobey
one.
Maguire, yeah.
The third one was the emo Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad.
They were saying how like the Dark Knight and the Superman movies were like very dark and kind of grounded in reality.
Yeah.
Where this is more going back to just being fun. It's a superhero movie, more
All right.
cartoony.
I want to see how I'm most excited to see how the rest of the superheroes fit into the world.
Yeah.
Like Superman, in all the Superman movies, except the Superman Batman one, Superman was the only person on the planet that had superpowers.
Right.
And even Batman didn't have superpowers, but he was the only person on the planet that had superpowers. He was the only mutant. He was the only alien. He was the only anything. And now you've got Green Lantern and Hawkgirl and Mr. Fantastic or whatever his name is.
I don't know enough about it to know the different things, but I read something, and I think it's Ultraman.
Yeah, Ultraman.
They reveal his name.
No.
Or something.
Fred? Oh, spoiler alert.
Frank.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. And then and the other thing I don't like is that they have too many people in there that have played other superheroes.
Yeah. I also read this one, no origin story. They just jump right in.
Right.
They assume if you're going, Superman. We don't need to tell you how it happened.
So do you want to hear something great? Do you know Richard, what is his name? Richard the drummer from Howard Stern Show.
Christie.
Richard Christie. So Richard Christie, did you ever hear his dad?
Yes.
Okay, so Richard Christie works on the Howard Stern Show, and his dad, he's from Kansas, and his dad will call and leave a message and be like, "Hey, Richard, it's your dad. We ate some raccoon this week," and they'll talk like that, and Richard would take them and play the voicemails on the air. James Gunn said that he was listening to it, and he heard Richard's parents or his mother and father talk at different times, but he made Ma and Pa Clark sound like Richard's parents. He said in all the Superman movies, the father or mother are always played by burnt out Hollywood stars, you know, and they're always, he goes, but really the truth is they were two simple farmers from Kansas. And and he goes, and I wanted them to sound like they were simple farmers from Kansas. He goes, and I heard Richard's dad talk and know he's from Kansas, and I thought that'd be perfect.
Did you watch Smallville?
Yeah.
Yeah, they say this has it's the vibe is more like Smallville.
But even Smallville, the father was John Schneider.
Right. Well, I mean, like the overall like vibe of the movie is more like Smallville.
Right. Which is good. I think that's as good.
Yeah, I think it's good to go back to that instead of just like the super serious, dark.
But even in Smallville, you just had Superman. Now this has got Green Lantern and all these other superheroes, and I don't understand how that all fits in. And I don't really understand who the villain could be if there's all these superheroes.
Yeah, I don't know.
And do they all work together? Or do they all fight separately? I'm very interested in this stuff.
Yeah,
I have to wait till Thursday to find out.
I don't know if I like the guy that's playing Lex Luthor either.
Well, I don't like him because he was Beast.
Yeah,
from X-Men.
X-Men,
and then the other guy was in X-Men too, the black dude.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was the one that he got killed in the X-Men.
Yeah, you're right.
One with Kevin Bacon.
The was it First Contact or First People?
I don't remember.
Galvin loves this conversation.
Carmen, I was gonna say you guys follow along.
I do now a long time. I'm just waiting for you guys to say dump.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm trying to find out what Ultraman's true identity is, and it's saying so many things that I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know.
I really felt like the show was over and we were just having a conversation.
I feel that way a lot during the show.
Like, are we still on the air?
Just carrying on.
I hope not.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll go see it tomorrow.
It's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be great.
I'll wait until the mass public goes.
Better than F1.
Think?
F1 stinks. Sometimes I think about it, and as time goes on, I go, maybe it wasn't so bad. And then I woke up this morning, I was like, F1 stunk.
Yeah, you seem offended that people told you that was good.
Remember how many times you watched the Sopranos movie to try and see whether it was good?
Yeah. It's still not good.
No, it's not.
Still not good.
I watched it twice. Both times I hated it.
We were so excited to watch that too.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait.
No.
Could not wait.
And they nailed it. They nailed it with the young Pussy. They nailed it with the young Silvio.
Fantastic
the young
casting.
Paulie. Yeah.
And then just blew it. David Chase sucks. He's just an old.
You know why David Chase sucks? Because he's like Rick Rubin. He doesn't care about you. He's doing it for himself.
But like, if I got to see one more story come across my feed about what really happened to Tony in the end of The Sopranos,
right?
It's like over and over and over.
What happened to the end?
He died.
He died. He got whacked.
Yeah.